wrapped around your soul with no control. You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I'll run, I'll hide. Darkness always clouds my mind. When I look behind, it's moving closer every time. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. 'Cause darkness is my old friend. You get me at the end. At the end. Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. 'Cause darkness, my old friend, you get me at the end.
What's going on, folks? Will Stewart here with another late night THFC Rants. 3-0 at home to Norwich City tonight, or today. How is everybody doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Just updates on the Harry Kane Prem tracker. 13 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist, 9 left to score. So Hopefully that changes. Say hello to some people in the chat. I've got some people backstage already, waiting to come on. Reload says, expected outcome. The win was a formality. But if Kane scores against opposition like this, I don't see him finishing the season on many. Mr. Mark Swift, hit that like and subscribe. You can do super chats too. That makes Will happy. That is true. You can't see it, but that's what the sign says. AK Gaming says, come on, you Spurs. Bryce says, add another number on Kane's yet to score stats. It's there. Right there in the Harry Kane Prem tracker. And Kevin says, LMFAO. And we've got Mr. Thizface, long time no see, big thumbs up. There's the link to join the stream if you want to join. It's pinned to the top. Just jump on the show. Mr. Mark Swift says he keeps thinking Will's going to wear a cowboy hat one day. Why would I wear a cowboy hat? I don't get that. Anthony Gray says positivity coming back watching Tottenham under Conte. The fans behind him. If no January Deadwood out and at least a couple signings, the fans will get onto Levy's case. I'm sure Conte may walk. I don't know if that's necessarily the case, but could be. Lucas with a banger, an amazing goal. Wish he could do that more often. I wish he would do it all the time. Mr. Thizface with a cowboy emoji. But let's give a big thumbs up to the people that make the show possible. If you want to help out the channel, you can throw a super chat into the show. That's greatly appreciated. But you can also become a Patreon member or a YouTube member and support the channel on a regular basis. Helps pay for all the fancy gizmos and all of the the music and everything that you enjoy from the stream is supported by these folks right here, so we got to give them a big props. Also too, you can get yourself some channel merch, different meme type stuff over at thfcrants.com. But let's bring on our first guest of the evening. You know him, you love him. He loves all of us and he loves all of Spurs too. Mari from that Spurs episode. Oh yeah. What's going on, Mari?
Doing good. Always good when Spurs win, and had a good day with the family and a nice glass of wine, drink some water. And I was like, you know what? I need to get on the stream. And
get on stream. I haven't seen many people streaming today. What's up with that?
I know, it was weird. Yeah. I went on Eugene's show, so I kind of did the recap there, and knew I was gonna get in the afternoon with family. So I was like, I'll get on the stream later on. And a couple of people either were streaming today and whatsoever. I was like, well, I can always rely on Will in the evening to stream on. So yeah. Hello, Bryce, my brother. There's some positives. Like I said, we did play Norwich, so there's gonna be some things that we're not always gonna see, but there's some positives, and Conte is getting to know his team even more. So he knows what changes and what things are going to need to happen, but it's all good.
Yeah, some players are improving. Mr. Dan Nichols says some players improving. Question marks for Dan Deli and Dembele Celso, and I'd let Winks go for a right offer. I'd let a lot of them go. So but it was a decent match today. I actually watched it twice. Yunez here. Kane tracker. That's what I'm here for. You got it.
Down here.
Right here. So this is the official one now, right? Last week, or I guess it wasn't even last week. It was Thursday or whatever. Was just kind of a textual one. This one, it's graphic now, right? So you got Kane with his back and the goal on his shirt, right? Like everybody said on the stream last week, right? 10 is the number that he has to hit. Otherwise, right? He's free game, right? So he's got 9 left to score, 13 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist, and hopefully he hits the target, especially with the games we got coming up and the people that we got to play coming up. He should have had at least 1 today.
Oh,
I mean, that chip was, come on now.
The old Harry Kane hits that.
The goalkeeper was like a mile outside of his box.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I could have hit that chip. I mean, he had time, plenty. He was in space. There was nobody on him. And he just shanked it, man.
He scored that from the half field in the Audi Cup.
Yeah.
A couple years ago in the preseason. Yeah.
Yeah, he shanked that one. He shanked that one pretty bad.
25 games left to go. Surely he could get 9 with 25 games left to go.
I think that's a very low. I mean, Son's almost there. Son's almost at 10. So who has the best hat? I got the build beanie here. Mari's with the flat cap.
Yeah.
Mari makes the flat cap look good though, in a different way than, like the Irish way. You know what I mean? you give it a little bit more prestige, I think.
Yeah, it's a little prestige,
Yeah. You wear it better than anybody I've seen yet. So.
Thank you, brother.
I have one somewhere, but I just kind of bought it as a joke back in the day, but man, that goal from Lucas Mora was unbelievable.
Wish I saw that more often, but that was awesome.
I mean, he gets the ball in, he plays a touch around the guy, runs around and picks it up, plays the ball in the sun. Sun plays it right back to him. He starts to go left, turns to the right, top corner. I mean, that was amazing. Amazing.
Yeah. And Sanchez with that mug face goal, that celebration.
Right, he looked mad. He looked mad. Like he was going to beat somebody up or something.
I guess it was listening to my stream. I called him Skates on Wednesday.
We slipped and fell today, too.
Yeah.
Right, there was nobody near him. He just fell down.
He was like, that was for you, Mari, for calling me Davison Skate Sanchez. I was like, okay. If it takes that, then score more goals. Did he get 2 against Chelsea? FA Cup, right? He got 2 headers against Chelsea last season. Yeah.
Yep. He scores. I think it was like the first time in a while that he scored in the Prem, but
18-19.
Yeah, but he scores goals now and again. Everybody was like having Davies love today on Twitter. I thought he had a good game. I didn't think it was like unreal. Like people were going on about like, Davies is some kind of god now.
The last 2 games of what he's been asked to do, he actually goes forward, and it's kind of a bit exciting. And he had assists, so I guess the new role, from everybody saying from the interviews that he's taken to the new role. Now, I know those same people, when it comes January, they're gonna want an upgrade from Davies. I mean, this is good that Davies is playing good, but don't get it twisted. we still want to upgrade. Barbella, from Miller or somebody.
Torres or something like that.
I mean, yeah, I'll put respect on his name. No, I mean, he had a beautiful assist. I mean, definitely some respect. But when January comes around, I would like to go shopping for upgrade. Have him on the bench. Come in. Play a role.
Yeah. But player I thought was really good today was Skip.
Oh.
Skip was really good. He had some of those tackles. Regalon looked really good until he got injured. Hopefully it's not a serious one.
Cess did pretty good
Cess did pretty good as well. Yeah, I wasn't disappointed.
Yeah, he attacked. He did what he was supposed to do. Defensively, he was okay. But you said it. Skip was, hey, going to go up from here. He was my man of the match. Skippy. He was all over the field.
Yeah, we had Son too. I thought was really good all the game. I mean, there's a couple times when he gave the ball away, but for the most part, he was, running harder than or just as hard as Lucas Mora and harder than Harry Kane up there. Got his sixth goal of the season, so he's on I think 7 goals now and 3 assists in all competitions. So 10 attacking returns. Harry Kane's on 10 attacking returns for the season as well, but only 1 goal and 1 assist in the league. So it's like you got Kane, who was performing, although Son hasn't played a whole lot in the Conference League, but you got Kane in the Conference League and Son in the Premier League. It seems like we're kind of in the upside down right now, right?
The one thing you notice, Bryce mentioned this. I said this in Eugene's show, how we wanted Conte's gonna be ruthless. Tanganga was playing horrible. There was one player, it was Tanganga, with the guy Williams for Norwich. This guy, I'll give him respect. He worked Tanganga. He was a little badass, but when Conte pulled him out, it was savage, and Daughtery did okay. Like Bryce said, to keep the balance, but he took out Tanganga. He was like, "You're out, 60th minute." Like that. Yeah, this is what we want. This is what to see. Conte is like, "Hey, you're having a bad day," and we still love Tanganga, but it's like, hey, we'll all have those games where we don't have it, and Tanganga didn't have it, and Conte said, "I kill you today." And he put in Daughtery, who.
He was ambiguous, dude. You didn't even know he was there. Come on, he didn't really do anything either.
Well, he was way off on that one pass in the box, but for his standard, he was a little better. I mean,
he was just average. He was just kind of there, right? Like,
yeah.
And he came on at a specific point in the game too, where we had already had a pretty decent cushion. There was a couple times I could see Dyer getting mad at him. There's a couple times I could see Lucas Moore kind of yelling at him to get into play. So it's obvious like he doesn't know, what he should be doing in this system. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
But like that stream, hit that like button, jump onto the show if you want to. The link is pinned to the. Where's the chat's usually over here? So pinned to the top of the chat over there up. Yeah. Click that link, join on. Anybody's welcome to join the show, and we can talk about all kinds of fun things. Let's see here. While I'm doing that, though, I'd like to pull up the game here and just kind of look at the different ratings that Sofa gave each of the players for today.
I will say though, Scott did pick up a point. Though I said Tanganga didn't have a great game, it's really not his natural position. So
it doesn't look like he's gonna get a shake at right back though.
Yeah.
So they have our SofaScore rating for this match was actually lower than Brighton, or Brentford rather. And Will the Kane Prem tracker is too small. Nah, that's good, man. Wait, you mean the numbers down there that say goals and assists are too small? Hey, there's nothing I can do about that. Kane's got to do up those numbers. I can't make those bigger. Can't make those bigger. But just kind of looking at the players here. Let's throw this up here.
Okay.
Share screen. We'll add that to the stream there, and then what we'll do here is we'll do the new thing. We'll throw us down here at the bottom.
Nice. Oh, I'm liking this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me zoom out a little bit so we can get the whole.
Should call it stats with Will now.
Yeah.
And congrats
There
to
you
them.
go.
They got their 5K today.
Yeah.
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 Congrats to them. And congrats to Bob. As you guys know, Will mentioned it in the earlier streams. Can still contribute, but he got his 3,000K mark. So to
Yeah.
help.
Thanks. Yeah, he did. He asked. Bob asked me to tell all of you thank you very much for all of your support. I think if you still want to donate, if you haven't yet, I think the link is still in the description of the video. You can go click that. Any extra money, I'm sure it's going to help. But he has reached his target, so that's good. Because like with GoFundMe's, if you don't reach the target, everybody gets their money back, right? So that's a good thing about that. So we're glad that at least got his target, so he at least has what he needs. If you'd like to bless him further, the link is still in the chat. And yeah. But we've got the game here. Hugo Lloris, I thought had a good game. That was a great goal or a great save in the first, 15 minutes of the match with Pookie there. And, kind of stopped us from going 1-0 down early on in the game.
A dive missed some really good chances. To be honest, the only negative is if we play a team that's very clinical, especially Sargent, he's American. What a miss. Anybody else, they scores that. Adal missed some chances. They had more possession, let alone, Norwich, really stumped their own foot today. But like I said, a lot of positives to take, but definitely when we play some teams that are going to be a bit challenging, we're going to have to defensively be a bit better.
Yeah, for sure. And going through the back line, but I thought Hugo had a good game today. Like they gave him a 7.3, which isn't that great of a ranking. He had a better one against Brighton.
Mm-hmm.
Or I keep saying Brighton, Brentford. But I thought he did good today. I was happy with the way Hugo played. There was that one whiff that he did, like he almost ended up costing us a goal, right? Like he had that big kind of blunder.
Oh yeah.
And that almost cost us. But
Wow, Dyer a 6.9. I actually thought Dyer was our best defender. It's weird because we got ourselves in trouble and then we got ourselves out of trouble. So I don't know if that rating is because of the trouble that we got into, and then he had to get us out. But I would have gave Dyer a 7. I guess 6.9 you can round it off, but
yeah, I didn't think there was anything wrong with what Dyer did today. I thought he was pretty solid.
Yeah.
I guess maybe he just kind of maybe stayed home a little bit more, and that's why his numbers, he didn't run a lot of yards or whatever. Davies and Sanchez, I thought there was a couple times where he kind of got fleeced, but he also made up. He had some good tackles. And then the goal too on that corner kick was really good. And I'm just a little bit upset that it came off the Norwich player, because otherwise Son would have had 2 assists today.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. He's on my fantasy team, so yeah. Cody, no, I haven't seen Ginty around in a while. I talk to him every now and again on WhatsApp, check in on him to see how he's doing, but I don't know what he's been up to. But hopefully he's doing okay. And Ben Davies, he's got 7.6. It's a pretty good score. I thought he played well today. There was no problems. It was good going forward. Maybe a little bit absent defensively, but nothing that would get him in trouble. It almost seemed like Højbjerg was just kind of filling in that left spot a lot because Ben Davies was pushing up pretty high. I don't know if that's kind of like the tactics of what they're doing, but it's a good one. He was good today. Jaffa Tanganga at a 6.5, kind of the lowest player on the pitch today.
Yeah, he had a bad game. Like I said,
I didn't think he was bad. Maybe not great, but
yeah, I think it was perfect timing when he got pulled. Because like I said, I thought Williams was working him today, but like I said, we'll all have that one bad game, and and where we really want to see him is at center back. So
yeah. And then let's see here. Sergio Regalon only played 6.6, but I think it's just because he didn't play a lot of minutes. Played 22 minutes, 9 touches. I mean, really great passing rates. I thought he was looking good up until he got injured.
Yeah. One of our best accurate passes on the day was Skippy. Skippy was Norwich Skip today, and the last 2 games he's been amazing. You're seeing a player grow in confidence. Interceptions, tackles. We're seeing a star progress, and you hear Conte's comments about him. Sky's the limit for this kid, and you see that desire, you see that dedication. Skip, was definitely my man of the match, and he didn't score, but just the tempo he set on the field was just amazing.
Yeah, I thought he was really good, really active in the midfield, good driving the ball forward. His passing was excellent today, 94%. So he only missed 3 passes. Was really good at keeping possession. He only gave the ball away 6 times. Had some interceptions, some block shots, some clearances, and was, a good quality player on the pitch. Definitely a breath of fresh air for somebody like Harry Winks. So
yeah.
Højbjerg today, I didn't think he was excellent, but I didn't think he was bad either. You can see here from the heat map that he spent a lot of time deep, so he was holding pretty deep. He wasn't really pushing forward a whole lot. There's a couple of times when he would move the ball into in transition up the pitch a little bit. But it's almost kind of playing like that left-sided center back, filling in for Davies, covering for Davies a lot when he was moving up the pitch.
Yeah.
And good on the ball, passing wise, 94% himself. Had 2 key passes. 3 of his 4 long balls connected. He had a shot on target, shot off target, and maybe could have done a little bit better in the ground duels, but gave the ball away a couple times. But yeah, decent enough. I'm sure people in the chat that don't like, they got a Hoiberg agenda are gonna, pop in for that. But Skippy needs a new contract, is what Jamie Gitt says. Stuff like that.
And I don't know his contract situation. I think he has a couple of years. Well, 1 or 2.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah.
Cody Mack says it was Session that just fell today, by the way. Not Sanchez. Oh, was that Session that fell? It was on the right-hand side of our box, like on the back line. Why would it be?
Sanchez fell today.
Yeah, he fell.
He was talking, complaining, but it was off. I think
it was offside. Yeah, the guy was offside, so it didn't matter. But I mean, he literally went and just fell, just dropped.
Hey, that's our club skates. That's club skates.
And Goguma says, watching the stream with Test Pilot set as a back music is very complimentary.
Thank you, Goguma. Thank you.
And just making sure my music isn't changing into something that get me in trouble. Mari's flat cap and dark backdrop is really matching the vibe. Good deal.
Thank you, Goguma.
And
Bob. All right.
So Bob's in the house. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're feeling better. We all love you, and that's why we're doing it, so you don't have to feel humbled. But thank you for the humility, but we're doing it because we love you. So
we love you, Bob.
Get better soon.
So happy.
Can't wait to see you on the on streams again. And we were thinking place. Yeah, we're thinking different place.
I think Session slipped in the box. I think it led to a corner. It was late in the second half. Now that I remember, it was I think Pookie juked him, and I think he slipped. Yeah, that was like in the 85th or 86th minute.
I wasn't talking about that one. I was talking about the one where Sanchez was running back and literally just like went like he was on an ice skate ring.
Yeah, no, that I remember. Yeah, but I think that's the one Cody's talking about, the one that Session. But despite that, Cess, I thought coming in 22nd minute, Cess had a good game. He advanced forward. He did what he was supposed to do, what Sergio would do. Defensively, he was okay.
Yeah, had a couple good crosses into the match. Into the box there.
One to Davies. It was Davies was clinical. That one he put into the box.
Bitenganga here, only 33 touches. Possession lost 4 times. Fouls 2. Dribble pass. Yeah, only got dribble pass once, but I mean, yeah, he was just he's just not as good going forward, I think. Was Emerson Royale injured or something, or was he just rested?
He was sick. I found out he was sick because I was just sick. I didn't know he was hurt, and they would say he was sick along with Hill was sick, and so that's why they wouldn't name it not even on the bench.
Yeah.
So,
but let's go to Lucas Mora here. Minutes played. 1 goal, 1 shot on target, 1 goal. He did get 1 block, so I guess he had 2 shots in total. He was good on the dribble today. Passing accuracy was a little bit better today. 86 something percent. 3 key passes, that's good. Ground duels, I mean, he's always really busy on the ground. Winning, 70% of his challenges there. Aerial duels, he was good in the air again today. Didn't give the ball a whole lot. I mean, 7 for him is pretty low. He's usually double digits on losing possession. Got some tackles and some interceptions in, and a couple clearances. So I think it was a good match for Lucas Moore today.
Yeah.
Mr. Heung-Min's son, 1 goal, 1 assist, kind of 2 if you count the corner. Just because it bounced off a defender first, it didn't count. But good strong performance from him today. He did give the ball away a little bit, a couple of times. I think he's position lost, 14 times. But other than that, pretty good passing accuracy today. Good creativity, 4 key passes. Again, 6 crosses into the box, 1 long ball that it succeeded, and a lot of short ticky-tacky passes. Gotten a couple ground duels, only won one of them though. Got dribbled past once, 1 interception. And for me, because he had the attacking returns for today, he's easily, I think he was the official man of the match. But yeah, I think that him and Skip are probably the 2 best players on the day. And then the man who continues to be kind of out there, Spurs 72 says, "What app is this, Will?" It's just SwiftScore.com, my man. And played 90 minutes, had like 5 shots. So at least that's good. At least the number of shots that he's taking is going up. And his passing accuracy was really bad today, man. He just did some silly things today that I don't get. And
I think some of it comes to, and I forgot whose stream was talking about this. I think he's lost a bit of pace. There was a couple of times where I honestly feel that even on the one he missed, like, I don't know, for some reason there's something missing. It's like he's playing hard, he's trying hard. Like I said, he had an okay game. It would have been nice for him to score, but I just think his pace is a bit off. And now more than ever, you definitely have to have another striker in, because I think, I don't know, it's just he's lost some pace. Because I'm trying to remember the play. There was a couple plays where I was just like kind of like
well, I mean, not only that too,
older.
but even when he was pushing the ball up and he was in pace, he had Son in some spots, and he was being really selfish with it. Son was 5-6 yards ahead of him, running into the box onside. Son could have played a ball in behind for Son, or King could have played a ball in behind for Son, and he just didn't. And then there was that one where he tried to do that back heel and just gave the ball away, which immediately put him into a counterattack. And it was just kind of bad, to be fair. I mean, it was like, looking here, 41 touches, so didn't get on the ball a whole lot. Was in 11 ground duels, only won 3. Aerial duels 5, only won 2. So his hold-up play was a little bit weaker today. Gave the ball away 17 times. Number 1 on the day and giving the ball away.
There were a couple. There was one on the attack. I was just like, oh. I think that was the one where Sonny to the left was like available, and if he had passed it maybe a second quicker, it would have been perfect. A chance of scoring, but he lost the ball. So it's it. Yeah.
It just seems like he's just being a little bit lazy, right? Like everything just seems soft for him right now.
It's hard to tell lazy because you see he's put all into it. It's just the precision, or maybe the effective, like I think Cody put it on there, wasteful. It's like where he's not known to be wasteful, he executes. The precision is down the level.
So that's what I mean by lazy is not lazy in work rate.
Yeah.
But like lazy in his passing, like his passes aren't sharp and crisp. His just like even like that shot today, it's like he took it for granted. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't focused. Because I mean that for anybody, I mean the keeper was way outside. Like I'm talking almost close to the top of the 18-yard box.
He scores. You
didn't even need to chip him. You know what I mean? You could literally just fire it on the ground, you know, to the near post or something like that. And he just kind of, you know, side flips it, and you could just see the spin on the ball, and it just kept turning. Where with the chip, you shouldn't have that much spin on it in the first place. You know what I mean? It should just be a lob up over the top.
Do you think it might be
lackadaisical? Yeah, that could be a good word.
Psychological, maybe. Like
it just seems puffed up a little bit. You know, like Son's under pressure. Son tries to play across into him, and it bounces off his shins, and then he gets mad at Son. Like, it's not like Son didn't have a defender riding his shoulder the entire time he was on the ball. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Son could have maybe made a better cross, but he was fighting off a man as he was, you know, I don't know. Tottenham fan XD says, I think there are a lot of pressure on him to get that goal that he's not thinking straight, and that's why he's being wasteful. Brian Daigle's here, so he'll be on shortly.
There's some of it is a bit mental. I mean, it was interesting. I was watching on Peacock. Yeah, you're in the States, so you watch on Peacock. They mentioned of his 18 goals, 1 being in the Premier League, and it's just like, okay, all right, he's scoring in the Conference League, he's scoring for England, and it's like, okay. Is there something about the Premier League where he feels like he knows he has 1 goal? He knows your tracker, and he's maybe trying too hard.
He knows my tracker. He doesn't know about my tracker.
Well, some other trackers, and maybe he's just like I said. I thought was going. I thought he was going to score like the old Kane, the usual Kane. He makes that 9 out of 10. He makes that. You know, and it's just kind of. You know, when you're trying so hard, like, damn, I want to score my 2nd Premier League goal, and it's just, you know, you saw the shot, it went wide left. I mean, so it's tough, but I will say, you know, the things that happen. I mean, we could be playing Brighton, which they're missing 8 players. He scores that 1 goal, and maybe that's the thing that wakes him up. That's what we're hoping. But you know, it's just it's weird. It's definitely weird, and I don't know if there's a right answer. I know he's definitely trying with Conte being there, because Conte will not play him if he thought he was down tooling now. But it's tough to figure out.
You know, I just think that too. Like Cody's saying that Kane is worn out. I mean, worn out from what though? I mean, he doesn't really look like he's running a whole lot. You know what I mean? So, what's he worn out from? Like just like life in general, losing all the time. Like I don't know. I don't know what you have to tell me what you mean by worn out. But well, yeah, we all want him to Turks it on, except one. Who doesn't want us? Who doesn't want Harry Kane to turn it on?
Turks mean turn it on.
I don't get what that means. We all want him to Turks it on, except one. I think
he means turn it on.
Turn it on, except one. I guess people think that because I say he's only scored 1 goal that I don't want him to score more than 1 goal.
So they basically say that you want us to lose.
I want Harry Kane to fail for some reason. Why? I don't know why. I only have 2 signed photos that I've paid lots of money for above the guy right here and right there. It's not like I hate the guy. I'm trolling all of the people who aren't being realistic about the current state of affairs. Right? That's all I'm doing. I'm just trolling you. Right? Not you personally, but the people out there, you folks at home. Because it's the people who are making excuses, right? Like Son goes 4 games without a goal, and everybody starts comparing Son to Kane, right? But we've got 2 weeks back to back. See, that's what I'm talking about. Will's a Harry hater. Yep, I hate him. I do. But like I'm not one to kind of sit there delusionally and say that I guarantee you he's going to be the number one goal scorer for Tottenham Hotspur this year. Right? Because right now, I mean, yeah, he's Harry Kane. He could score 2 hat tricks back to back, right? But right now, I'm not seeing that happen because Harry Kane from any season finishes that chip today. I mean, that keeper was caught out. Caught out. Like, it surprised me how deep his defenders were and how high he was in the box, right? You know what I mean? But,
well, watching the debates, it's just telling the truth of what's going on currently. Like I said, we all want to trust me. I said he was gonna have a brace, and I still think, okay, Brighton, he'll have a brace because the hope is, he scores that one goal, and then and then a bunch of them come in, but there is a player in the Premier League who is not scoring. His name is Lukaku. Chelsea fans are starting to be like, get buyer's remorse. And I think, who was it who said? Someone said, analyst said, Lukaku should never left Inter. He went to the wrong team with Chelsea. It started to prove right because Lukaku is on a donut, like 0 goals. I think the last 10 games or something like that.
are you sure about that? Let's see.
Lukaku. I think basing this on Premier League games, not
Premier League games.
Yeah.
He's got 3 goals this season.
Yeah, so. But he's been on a slide the last, I guess, 10 games. I guess those goals came in the beginning.
Yeah. When he first got here, I don't know what game week they came in, but hey, I'd like for that number down here at the bottom of my little graphic here to be 3 goals too. but yeah, he's sitting at 3 goals, and he's struggling a little bit as well. And then for ourselves, we've got, that's kind of our goal scorers. At least Chelsea has a lot more team effort in the goal, area, multiple goals. If you notice from that Chelsea list, it was 3-3 and 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 and 2 and 2 and 2 and 2, all the way down.
This looks brutal. I don't want to see this anymore.
Yeah, so right
after
right now we got Son.
It looks brutal. I don't want to look. Oof.
So this was last year. You got Harry Kane with 23, Son with 17.
This looks much prettier. Tenge had 3, Lucas had 3. Lamelo only had 1?
Yeah, only on 1. Yeah, that one on that one Rabona, and that was it.
Rabona, yeah. Now, Vinicius scored, all in the Europa League and the Cups. Yeah. We were complaining about this. Can you imagine now this year?
I know, right?
Oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, we actually scored. I think it was like the 4th most goals in the league as last season. So under Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, but I remember telling people that we don't score goals. I'm like, man, we finished 4th.
So 17 goals for Son, and I mean, he did have that one game where he scored 4 in one game. So I don't think that I expect Son to do that often. But I mean, right now he's on pace. We're 13 matches in. He's got 6 goals. So it's basically almost a goal every other match. So like a 0.4. something.
Mm.
So if you were to take that off, we've got how many matches we got left? Game week 15.
25. Because we have a game in hand.
That's right. So we got 25 matches left. So you're probably looking 18 goals. If Son keeps up his current form throughout the whole season, he'll probably exceed last season in total goals, which last year was a high. I think it was a career high for Son in goals.
Yeah.
Normally he's around the 12 to 15 mark.
Okay.
But yeah, he's on 6 right now. And then I can't do it by club if I do all seasons. I was just gonna see if it could add it up total totals, but like in the league in general, I mean the guys that are hot right now, Mohamed Salah can't be stopped. Had another assist today.
Silva's playing hot.
Yeah. Jota is pretty good. Mane scored quite a bit. Bernardo Silva has been doing really well.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you see that mess Jota had over the weekend? Whoa. Yeah.
But I mean, if you're looking at forwards from all, so right now Harry Kane's at the bottom of the list with forwards in the Premier League. So I think Josh Sargent's the only forward who hasn't scored in the Premier League. It's the only forward who has less goals than Harry Kane.
Whew, I know he's a fellow American, but boy,
I mean, he hasn't played that much. He's only played I don't even think he's played 90 minutes in the Prem. He has some goals. He does have some goals in cup competitions, but yeah. Overall, they do, man. We have a better manager than Wolves now. Will loves Son so much. I don't compare Son against Kane. I compare Son to Son. When have I said Son is this to Kane? No, I was talking about Son's getting close to scoring his own thing. I'm not the one who's a Kane apologist. Dietrich, you're welcome to join the show if you like it. But I think Dietrich's getting a little depressed, right? Because this appearance number keeps going up, and that's the only one that's going up. That's what I think. Right? I think people had to make noise, but that's okay.
I honestly say Kane hits 10. But as game goes by, you start to worry. But it's. I mean, go to speak up today. You go to speak up today.
If Kane only gets 10, I think that'll be like his lowest ever.
Who knows? We get and I like to get people's opinion about this. At first I'll say no, because the guy's always injured. Dembele from Barcelona.
I messed that up. It's 14, not 13.
Who?
Whoops.
Talent-wise, upside-wise, I mean, he's better than Lucas Mora. The problem is, the guy can't stay healthy for the life. Let alone, I heard there's been discipline problems. But then if the rumor is true, if Paratici want to bring him in, then I guess Conte is not worried about the discipline. And it's Conte. Like, if you go to Conte, if you have a discipline problem, you're gone. So I guess that's what kind of changed my mind. What do you think about the Dembele rumors for January?
I hope we sell him, man.
Huh?
I hope we sell him.
Oh, you hope you get him?
Oh, Dombelly?
Yeah, Dombele.
I thought you were talking about Dombelly.
No. Dombele from Barcelona.
No, I don't want to. No, I'm not too hyped up or excited about that.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, because like I said, he gets injured too much. I mean, when he's healthy and is on all cylinders, I mean, he's better than Mora.
I'd take him on loan, but I wouldn't buy him. You know what I
like
mean?
a tryout, like test
yeah.
him out. Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. If he can stay healthy, I mean, he always gets. I mean, the last injury was I think it was gruesome. It was from a bad tackle, but he always gets injured, as Reload X just says. I mean, always. That's why I'm surprised that we're looking at him, because I think that's the big frustration with Barcelona for the last couple of years, because he could never stay healthy, and when he was healthy, you think of when he was with Dortmund. I mean, it was just like wow, and even those few times he was healthy, him and Messi, it was like it's real good. But the guy can't stay healthy.
Yeah. It's kind of like Lo Celso, kind of.
Bryce says it there too. Exactly what I'm saying. Osame, I would be all for him if it was the Dortmund Dembele, but since Barcelona, he's been a walking wheelchair patient. I love Bryce. He has the best puns, man.
Reload says he was injury free till Barker messed him up, but I don't know because he hasn't even played that much. So it's not like he's been like overworked, and so then now he's got chronic injuries. It was almost like as soon as they started playing him, he'd get injured, and then they put him out there again, and he'd get injured.
He's an upgrade. His upside's better than Mora, but the Mora plays. Mora's healthy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, Harry Kane hasn't had this type of a year. Like the only year that he's had worse than this was 2012-13. He had 4 appearances, scored no goals. 13-14, he had 10 appearances and scored 3. So the only time that he's had 1, never. This has never happened, right? So this is why it's weird. So I just don't understand why people are like. I'm not saying sell him. I'm not saying get rid of him. I'm not saying doing any of those things right now. But I mean, if he's goes a whole year with only scoring less, even 10 goals. If he goes a season with scoring 10 goals, that will be the lowest goals he's ever scored since he started playing in 2014-15. You know what I mean? He's never gone below 15 in a season since he started being a regular first team player.
Yeah, I mean, you're just stating the obvious, and sometimes, my favorite term is the truth hurts for the moment, because you just state the obvious. Now, of course, people look at history, and you look at the player, and it's just like, okay, he'll come good, and so I think that's what the fan base is saying. He will come good. It's just currently as today, he's not coming good. And you state the obvious, and so I think most people understand. But you got people who maybe have shades behind their visors, and they but I think it's more of that they're hoping, just like I'm hoping, that he gets out of this major funk. And right now he's in.
Levy, if you are watching, you're a bald-headed.
Oh,
what an intro! What an
He's
intro!
in the house. Brian Dago. We need a song for you. You're making songs for everybody. We need a song for Dago.
What an intro! If any of the people watching had to have a guess at who that was coming in, then I would be absolutely dumbstruck. How are we, boys?
What's up, Mr. Dougal? How you doing tonight, my friend?
Mr. Dougal, do you know who I am?
Yeah, I know who you are.
Oh, mate, how are we doing?
Doing good. Good. Glade, thanks for joining the show, man. To be honest with you, I'm a little bit knackered today, but hopefully the conversation will get energized, and
I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that. So what have I missed so far?
We just kind of went over each of the players today in the match today. Talked kind of like so we had just kind of show you here. We had we just kind of went over the different scores for the players that we've got, and then so Human Son, Lucas Mora, Oliver Skip, Ben Davies, Davidson Sanchez, Hugo Lloris. We're kind of
my boy Davinson. I still, like I keep saying, there's a player in there. He's just got to, and in a back three, he's looked much better. But Ben Davies was incredible today again. But nothing. How Ollie Skip has only got 7.1 is beyond me. Absolutely beyond me, in all honesty.
Can't get any stranger than the last stream. I didn't think the conversation was stranger than the last stream. It just got, after 3 hours, it just got a little.
It went a little wonky.
Yeah. But looks like Josh said he might jump on. It's good.
So
Bryce, if you want to jump on, you're welcome to jump on. Dietrich.
So, something I want to bring up. I heard you talking about Dembele from Barca, who's a huge no for me. But your opinion, and I hate this rumour, and it's gathering a lot of pace. I've just tweeted it. Jordan Pickford.
Oh
yeah, I'm not excited about that either. To be honest,
not only that, apparently, if the rumours are true, we've agreed to his 100 grand a week wages, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. If Hugo goes, which I pray to God he doesn't on his current form, then why are you paying 100 grand for a goalkeeper that won't be playing? And also, if Hugo was to go, I would take Dean Henderson over him every single day of the week. 100 grand a week. I don't get it. The only thing I think he does better than, well, actually everyone does better than Hugo, is Jordan Pickford has got decent distribution. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he makes too many mistakes. Like I don't like Jordan Pickford.
I just don't get. I can understand why, because of the homegrown issue, but then again, it's covered by Dean Henderson or Nick Pope, who I'd rather instead of Jordan Pickford.
Yeah.
The rumor just baffles me.
Yeah, and then we talked about how.
What were your thoughts about the match today?
My thoughts about the match today. So do you know what the match today? So first of all, what a Lucas Mora, what a goal! What a goddamn goal!
Yeah,
and today he played very well. Like, everything seemed to go right for him. He has his games where I always try to back him up, where he does lose possession a lot. But today he looks switched on, like big time. Very impressed again with Darren Sanchez. Listen, can we get better than them? Hell yes, we can. But are they doing a fantastic job at the moment? If you look at it, 4 games, 3 clean sheets. And it's looking good. What he's done with Ben Davies is sensational. All right, it's only been like 4 games, but if I was to say to you or anyone that Ben Davies be one of our most consistent players, you'd be like, what the hell are you talking about?
Update.
Yeah. Ollie Skip is just, mate. Do you know what? It's like I've been saying. He's like Michael Carrick when we had him dictating play from deep. He is just a league above, and to think he's only at his age, and this has come after his loan move. It's just incredible. And then Harry Kane, I don't know what to say. I mean, he was involved a bit more, but he is so off his game, and we need to fix this. We need to fix this, and I don't know how we do it.
Yeah, like I was telling Mari, that chip that he just completely shanked.
He scores that all the time.
I mean, that was a no-brainer.
This is the thing. I mean, as soon as I left his foot, I thought it was in. I was like, there we go. That's it. That's what he needed. And then obviously it drifted wide, and you saw it was quite wide. But just, I mean, he got a little bit more involved in the second half, but he's getting involved in areas he doesn't need to. From what we heard from Conte was saying at the Euros, if I had him, he's just staying up top. And he just isn't. Don't get me wrong, he's a fantastic player. And if we can get him back on form, again, he is a fantastic player. But we can't even rest him to say, listen, it's not working for you. Have a night off. We can't risk not playing him against Rennes. Who knows? Apparently, Brighton have got 8 players out for the Brighton game next week. So who knows? That may help. But he's got to get a goal somewhere or just anything because it's just not working, and I don't get it. And it just shows how badly we need to get a striker.
No, 100%. We definitely need a striker. A lot of some news has been breaking out. Realizing that Vlahovic deal is not going to go through, but I don't think that that's the case, right? I don't think that that's the case. All we've got now is the reason why people are saying that is because it looks like City is looking into him. And so people are just automatically assuming that, you know, City's going to go in for him.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of negotiation that's going to go on in January. And so they said the same thing for the same outlets said the same thing about Romero, and we end up getting Romero. So we will see. But
don't count it out. But here's the question: do you let Kane go to get Vlahovic in? Do you sell Kane off to City in order to get Vlahovic in?
Go on, Mara, after you.
Well, like I said on your last stream a couple of days ago, and like I said, I've been watching a lot of the other leagues, especially Serie A. So I've been watching Zanolo, who we've been linked with, and I've been watching Fiorentina. Vlahovic is the future. He is now. He's scoring goals. The one thing I like about the guy is not only the goals, his movement. His movement is ridiculous. The guy is good. If you're telling me to get him, we have to get rid of Kane, you know, my head says yes, my heart says, because, you know, like I said, you fall in love with the player. No player is bigger than the club. But Vlahovic is the truth. And if we have to be ruthless, then, you know, you have to do it. I would rather both of them be on the team. But if you told me, you know, it's common sense. You go with the younger, hungry player. And so Vlahovic, I think he's the truth. So yeah, it's tough because I love Kane. I love Kane, but I love the team more. And Vlahovic, for what Conte wants to do, may work better.
Yeah, here's my other worry. This is actually my biggest. I'll let Brian go, and then I'll give you guys my worries. But
Oh, cheers, mate. No, so Marcus says Scott M's kind of hit on it, saying it's not the problem. We still lack creativity, which is right to a certain extent. But if we let Kane go for Vlahovic, then we're in the same boat. We've got a player that we're going to overplay and knacker, and still just have the one striker. We have to solve this one striker issue. This has to be rectified with quality, not just, oh, let's go buy 2 strikers just so we got 2. If you get rid of Kane and bring in Vlahovic, A, we are missing creativity, and B, we're just in the same boat where Vlahovic needs to stay fit, get overplayed, and at his young age, that is a lot to ask. So I think my answer would be no, because we need 2 strikers. We need 2 strikers.
yeah, we do. But I mean, I'm like, would you let Kane go so that you can get Vlahovic in and another one? You know what I'm saying? Like, because like, do you want? Because I'll tell you my biggest fear, and then I'll let you guys, you know, see if you want to amend your answer. If you remember, Christian Eriksen wanted to leave for a while.
Yep.
Right, and we told him no, and his performance got progressively worse, season after season after season, until before he was going to enter, most of the fan base didn't even want to see him in a Spurs shirt again. You know what I mean? He was hitting the first man in corner kicks, and, you know, hitting one man in a one-man wall for free kicks, and he just wasn't really doing anything for us while Jose was here, right? At all, right? So my question is if City then goes into Vlahovic, now he's like, okay, where I wanted to go is gone. There's nowhere for me to go. I can't, you know, Barcelona and those guys, they're not going to come in for me. You know, Manchester United is not going to come in for me. What do I do? And it's just going to get worse and worse and worse.
Yeah. The only thing I'd say on that, Will, is I've got a feeling Man U may go in for him next, like if he's still there this season, because you got to remember Cavani's not going to sign another contract. Yeah. So then it's just Ronaldo. So
you got Greenwood and Ronaldo. I mean, they got a lot of young guys too. You know
they have. But if they could get Kane, you put Kane in that Man U squad. Man U are shooting up that table. Man U are doing bits. Period. So.
Would they though? Because we thought the exact same thing when Ronaldo signed for him. Like, oh, great! Now we're talking title contenders, and they're like sitting in 10th right now. So.
Yeah, but he's been doing his share. Yes, he's caused issues because it's Ronaldo and his attitude, or not his attitude, sorry, his ego. I still think Man U. I think you're right. The Spanish teams definitely aren't going in for him. But I think if it comes to January, it's only Man City. And if it goes to the summer, I think United may come in there. But then United could offer in exchange players like Henderson that I just mentioned, or and Van der Beek maybe if he's not in Rangnick's plan. So there may be a deal there. So I think if it gets to the summer, United could pipe up because they can offer it. A, they'll pay his wages, no problem. And they can afford either A, the transfer fee, or B, offer players to improve the team that Conte may go for.
And you gotta look at this too, because I was just thinking about it. You know, as much as we hate it, and we would love for him to be the Totti, you know, play for one club. That's Roma. You know, Ronaldo. He left Real Madrid. Real Madrid had to make that tough decision, say, let him go. Even Barcelona, all right, we need to let go of Messi. You know, you look at the sports, Tom Brady, the Patriots let him go. Now the Patriots got the best record in the AFC. Like, so, you know, it comes a point where, you know, you don't want to see it, but it's just kind of like if you could get something new and better, you know, you kind of have to go for it. And right now, you know, financially, you think about, okay, his value is definitely not 150.
No, it's going down.
It's like stock market.
Every week.
It's going down.
Can I just ask a non-Spurs question very quickly for you and Mari? Because I have no idea what they are. My wife's just handed me a bag of sweets, and one of them is a Tootsie Roll. What the fuck is a Tootsie Roll?
Oh, it's great.
Oh, it's a chocolate.
Great.
Yeah,
it's like a chocolate caramel mix. It's not like straight up chocolate, but it's kind of like a chocolate chew or chocolate taffy. Chocolate taffy. They're great.
Not bad.
I love them.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah. You've never had a Tootsie Roll before?
4 years in Canada. Heard of them.
Oh, wow.
Never had one. So there you go. It's one of those. I was there when Nagel had his first Tootsie Roll. It was on the WillStewartTHFCRants exclusive.
There you go. Mark your calendar.
It's also a dance.
Yeah, the Tootsie Roll.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You say that you can get them. You can get them in Asda's now, man.
Well, that's really doesn't really help me, Josh.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Like,
I'll quickly nip over.
Yeah.
Gives me an excuse.
But John, mate, look, man, he's not a talisman right now. He's not leading anything right now.
I can see where John's coming from. Don't get me wrong. I still think Kane's a wonderful player, and I think he still can come good. Not as good as. There's no way he's hitting the heights that he used to, and that's not just because of this summer. That's because of his age and everything. And I just think he set so much ice out, and I think we're part to blame for that because of his being overplayed and undervalued. I think we're at fault because he's just not had someone to lighten the load. So we can look at Kane's bad form and say this is all down to Kane and his head, but it's also down to the board, the management, and the club for not.
No, 100%. And look, I I love Kane as a person. I love Kane as a striker. I just think that his time here is done. I'm sorry. I just think his time at Tottenham is done. I think we ruined him, and we're the ones to blame for that as a club.
Yep.
I will say this, well, and the good clubs like the Bayerns or organizations, you kind of want to groom your replacement. And I'll say this, like Sonny's 28. If a responsible club is preparing, hey, you know what? We maybe have 1 or 2 good years left with Sonny. We need to prepare to have a plan for someone to play in the wing where Sonny plays. So, you know, we don't, like I said, Kane's not built like Ronaldo. Ronaldo's like 36, 37. He's a physical specimen. So age is gonna come through. It's like I said, people hit that cliff and it goes down. And I'm not saying he has hit his cliff because I still think there's a lot to him, but there's gonna be a time where we're gonna make a tough decision. And right now, Vlahovic is out there, and like I said, the dude is nasty. And
given the recent reports and rumors, mate, it's looking like that Vlahovic will not be a Spurs player come January. He's going to be going to. He'll go to City, I reckon.
Yeah, but City hasn't even put in an offer yet. All they've done is looked into him.
So this is why I get annoyed, because Spurs should be making tracks like Liverpool did with Van Dijk. These deals should be lined up, ready to go in January. Not, let's wait till January and then let's start the transfers and let's start building from. These deals, like other clubs do, should be in place. So when it comes January the 1st, they sign, and they're with us January the 2nd, and ready to help Conte and the team out as early as possible. But we just don't do it.
I think it's a lot of talk that's going on there. I seriously think Paratici is gonna make a move. Does that mean we end up with him? Don't know, but I think there's gonna be a tug of war. I think the price is gonna go up because Top Yid said 70 mil is too he said it was too overpriced for him. Dude,
too much for someone of his contract. Though he hasn't even got. He's got 1 year left on his contract. His contract expires at the end of the season.
Yeah,
Vlahovic is 18 months.
18 months.
18 months.
70 mil, like it's a bargain for him for what he's doing right now.
But I let me answer this question here. I gotta support my Korean fans. So 안녕하세요, 제니 김. 제가 왜 한국말 이렇게 잘하는 이유가 제가 한국에서 13년 살았어요. 그래서 한국말도 배우고 그냥 그런 거예요.
You speak fluent Korean?
Yeah.
Big time. Haven't you seen that, mate? It's second nature to me. The first time I saw it, I was like, what the hell? But yeah, he's big time.
Oh, wow.
So John Fitzpatrick, here we go again with the Will doesn't know what he's talking about comments. Harry Redknapp. Does that help?
I have to say, John Fitzpatrick is a top dude. Top dude.
Yeah, but he always cracks at me like I don't know anything about football. So
yeah, he always cracks me about this fucking tattoo.
Oh, what, the one that you're meant to be getting?
Yeah, he always cracks me for it, man.
So I have to say one thing, and it will be obviously in your favour, Josh. Obviously, the thing you said you're going to have it done by the end of the month. Obviously, it didn't happen, but there's a very, very, very valid reason for it.
Mm-hmm.
Funnily enough, your daughter was a lot more of a priority. And congratulations, by the way, because I saw your Facebook
Thank you
post.
very much.
So that was, you still have to go through with it, Josh. You still have to go through
it will happen. It's just it's now going to be more like the new year more than anything else.
Yeah, I just for people, obviously, you have a very, 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 very valid reason. Big up, Chris, as well. But you have a very, very valid reason for that. But yeah, the thing is, mate, when you said it, people were always going to get, until you get it, mate.
Yeah.
It's coming your way. It's coming your way.
I get it.
All I will say is you've got a very, very valid reason for it. But yeah.
구독해 주셔서 감사합니다. I just said thanks for subscribing. But
Josh,
yeah,
Josh. Well, quickly about your. How long did it take you to be able to? I wouldn't say speak for it, but get by. and learn, because obviously when I had to learn Hebrew and I still don't speak it fluently, it's a different alphabet, it's different, and obviously the Korean is and like the Chinese, they're very, very complex languages. How long did it take you roughly to be comfortable?
I would say that I was what I call survival fluency, meaning like you can go to a restaurant, you can get in a cab, you can, do whatever. 3 years maybe.
Okay. And is it like we're doing
3-4 years.
Hebrew as well? It's split into masculine, feminine, past, present, so all words have a different meaning, or is it like English, he, she, whatever, not changing the words or anything?
Yeah, there's no, they don't change the words. There's a he, she like English, but they have a completely different grammar structure. So they're the subject, object, verb. So the verbs come at the end of the sentence.
It's incredible. It's such a mate. Full credit to you, mate, because that is. I would imagine one of the hard. I would imagine if it's anything like Chinese, especially with all the, like when you look at the writing, it must have been something eye-opening when you first started. Like, what's in the world?
Yeah, it just took time. So I live there. I mean, when you live there, I guess it's easier to pick up. But
I was going to ask why you learned it, but now you said you live there.
Yeah, I lived there for 13 years. So
awesome.
Long time.
I will say this because it was a response. It says 70 mil for Vlahovic is too much when he's still raw in some departments. For that price, you expect a more complete player. Well, he's a striker. He's good off the ball. Good movement. He passes real well. Excellent finisher. Where is he still raw at? Maybe defensively or some. Like, he's a striker. Like, I don't. From what I'm hearing from talent scout people, he's already there. That's why the cities and some other clubs are already wanting him. So
that's why we're in for him.
Yeah,
Conte doesn't like these development players, mate. He just wants someone for now.
Yeah. So I don't know what type you say he's still raw. What department? Like, you want him to be a center back or something like. For what I've seen the last 5 games, like I said, I've been watching Fiorentina. Like for what he does is what Conte likes and what we need. So I don't get where he's still raw. Is it because of his age? I don't know. You may know better than me than scouts or what people are saying, but the kid is the truth. And what I like him more than Haaland is just that his movement, I think, is better than Haaland. Now he's great striker, excellent finisher. I just think Vlahovic has a better movement, but both good. Apples and oranges.
Murray, you know what it is as well? At some point, because of the mess we're in and because of the mess he has got us in, sometimes you just have to pay what is due. Like Liverpool did, if you look at Van Dijk, and I use Van Dijk all the time, that summer Liverpool went for him so often, and it got ugly with Southampton that Van Dijk put a transfer request in, and that always gets ugly. Wasn't happening, and Southampton dug their heels in and said, nope. Liverpool even said to Klopp, do you want us to go get you another defender? And he was like, no, that's who I want, that's who I need. December the 31st, or whenever they started breaking the deal, Liverpool phoned up, made the talk with Southampton, said, listen, we fucked up, we fucked you over. What is the price you want for Van Dijk? 75 million. Okay, there you go. 70. No, it's buts, maybe. So there you go, 75 mil. January the 1st, he's at Liverpool's ground, at Anfield, in the stands, holding the Liverpool scarf against whoever they're playing, signed. Because they made a mistake and they'd identified this player, and to get this player, they paid what was. And this is what we have to be ruthless, not go into a player and say, how much do you want? 70 million, and go, okay, we'll give you 50. It's like, okay, you want 70, here's 70, done deal, buy. The money's there, do it. That's what we need to be. And it's because we're in such a bad state, strength and depth wise, that this has to be done. And I'm not just talking about Vlahovic, any player. Any player Conte goes for right now, especially in January, if he wants them right now to try and get Champions League, to try and get more money, and I don't think we'll get Champions League, but obviously that's the objective, then you pay the money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
agree.
I'm just worried that we're going to end up, because of sentimentality, ending up not getting anything from Harry Kane when he finally does leave the club, when his contract runs down and he goes to PSG or something like that, or Man United or wherever Pochettino ends up going. And then we'll end up going out and buying somebody like Pookie or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, see you in February if that happens. See you in February.
but that's what I'm saying. That's what will happen, right? If we don't sell him while he's still worth something, if we run him out, like if he stays, he's eventually going to get old, right? I don't see him pulling Lewandowski, whereas Lewandowski's goal count year after year after year is going up and up and up and up. I don't see that happening with Harry Kane. It's obvious he doesn't want to play for Spurs, right? Lewandowski is playing for Bayern Munich, winning trophy every year. Harry Kane is not going to stay here till the end of his career. And if he does, he's not going to put out the same performances that he has before. So it's like, do we want to see Harry Kane? Does anybody on this panel want to see Harry Kane in 2 or 3 years as our backup striker, our Llorente?
I don't even want to see him as a Spurs player if he isn't performing. Ultimately.
Listen, I'm telling you now, Harry Kane will score against Leicester. I said he wouldn't score today. Goal. Cody's gone. We didn't even let him say a word. Cody, come back, brother. Come back.
Come back, Cody.
He's on his phone. It was probably just an internet thing.
Cody,
Okay.
come back.
But yeah, I've completely lost my train of thought there. What was I just saying?
About Leicester.
Yeah, Harry Kane will score against Leicester. He always scores against Leicester. And if you look at it, these strikers seem to have these teams. Alan Shearer had it. Robbie Fowler had it. Michael Owen. They all have these teams that no matter how bad they're playing, they score against. Good night, sweetheart. And Leicester, he is absolutely, I would say, nailed on to score. Nailed on. Like, I would put a crazy bet on, but I don't think there's any craziness left in me.
Yeah, but I mean, I hope he comes good. I hope he changes things around. I hope he scores, 30 goals this season. That'd be great. That would be great. Right. The only thing that's important to me is Tottenham winning football matches. Right. That's all I care about is 3 points.
I've say Chris said one thing right just there. He said his attitude's improving. It's just his performance or his shots on it isn't. He does seem a little bit more with it. He's getting into these spaces. He's getting into the chart, whatever. But he's just. Do you remember what I said on your stream last time? Well, that he's just. Did you see it today? He's just taking extra touches that normally he would have just pulled the trigger before those extra touches, and he's doing it too regularly. He just needs to get 5 yards of space, even 2 yards of space, and just pull the trigger. Because Harry Kane shooting early is a great asset. I've been relegated to the bottom. Okay, Cody, royalty.
He must have switched devices.
There we go. That's why.
Cody Mack, how we doing?
Hi.
Hello, Cody.
What'd I miss?
We're talking about Harry Kane, brother.
You guys are going to have to rename this the frickin' Harry Kane channel, for Christ's sake. That's all you talk about on here. You got the goddamn Harry Kane tracker on the bottom.
Yeah.
Harry Kane rent-free. Rent-free. Look, Kane was not...
I gotta troll the people in the comments that just can't get over it. That's why.
You said Detrick's wrong.
Yeah, look, Kane wasn't very good today.
No, to be fair, I'm normally quite harsh on him, but I mean, there's a very select number of things that he did wrong today, and I'm not gonna sit here and slate him for it. I don't think he was clinical with his shooting, and he was being greedy. But there were a few opportunities when he could have been played in, and he wasn't. So. And Son did exactly the same thing. There were 2 or 3 opportunities where he could have played Kane in open space and he didn't. What I don't understand is why Harry Kane decided to try and chip Tim Krul from about 45 yards out. You had all that space. Make the run. Go in for the goal, man. Like, you're a striker, not a fucking miracle worker. It's
Yeah,
It's better than what we've seen from him before. It's better than what we have seen from him. It's just, he needs to be a bit more clinical.
Yeah, he's just, you know what? He's just going through a rough time. The thing is, like, the way I look at it,
going for a rough time.
the way I look at it with Harry Kane is, this is a player who's ascended to a very, very high level in world football, and he's done that primarily by working harder than his peers. You know, I don't really look at Harry Kane as being like gifted, like God-gifted talent. You know, like I think Ndombele is a player who has a lot of talent, but Kane is a hard worker, and you know, he let go of that in the summertime, and it's not just like switching a light switch, is it? You know, he's reaching for the pedal with his foot right now, and he's having a hard time finding it.
Yeah. But John says, we'll have the respect in the world for us, bro. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And he said last week was on the stream. What stream? Please put it in the comments.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know what stream it was.
Please.
If they're going after Will, they're going after me, because me and Will have very similar opinions.
Please tell me. Please tell me.
All right, it was us on Tottenham. No, I'm only joking.
There was some subliminal going after Will on your show on Friday, but that's
sorry.
Okay. There was subliminal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How
David's
was
rant was focused at me, right?
I've got mate. Did you realise that, sir? I don't know if you guys you saw that I left after I couldn't keep up because over the last week, I was talking to you earlier, Will, when I spoke to you on WhatsApp. I've had 10 hours sleep last week, like the whole week.
Oh, that's right. You jumped off pretty.
And I jumped off because literally it was that point which was so annoying. I was going like, oh, okay. So I was going.
No, I don't think it was Spurs at landing.
I was literally falling asleep, but then when I literally got off that stream, went to bed because I couldn't keep my eyes open, and then my body said, "Ha ha, fooled you," and I couldn't get to sleep till 3 a.m. I've been absolutely starved of sleep, and it's getting ridiculous. I've tried a couple of herbal remedies, and my body's just like, nope. Tried those herbal sleep tablets, just not helping one bit.
When you said herbal remedies, I thought you were talking about something else.
Oh, no, mate. Mate,
like,
I tell you what. I mean, it's legal here completely, but when I used to try that when I was little, mate, I have greenies, I get paranoid. You know when you think you're trying to shout and scream, but you can't get the words out.
Yeah.
I can hear myself, mate. Don't go anywhere near that. And with my mental health issues, it fucks me. I haven't touched that stuff for God knows how long. Although, what is great, both the people down below me in my flat, one of them has glaucoma and is going blind, so she smokes like a fucking chimney. And the guy downstairs, the landlord, who's a prick, smokes like a chimney. So all up the vents, I get the whiff of it, and I'm like, oh, fuck that shit. So yeah, none of that herbal shit.
Oh.
Yeah, Son and Kane don't seem like they're getting along. There seems to be an internal issue here, and I think it's because of that. I think it's because of the attitude thing. I think Son is a little pissed off at Kane because of the way he was kind of down to him, to be honest with you.
I think I'd be pissed off if I was Son too after the season that they had together last year.
Oh, 100%. And I mean, Detrix is saying deluded opinions. Listen, you're the king of deluded opinions. You gave Harry Kane a 10 out of 10 when he had a very shit game.
Detrix, I hope you're not putting me in that bracket, buddy.
No, he's joking. Detrix is joking. He's just bantering. But I like Detrix.
He's a top boy.
He's deluded as hell, but I love him.
Just fucking triggers me sometimes.
But yeah, no, I mean, look, if I don't have an agenda, if I had an agenda against Harry Kane, like this is just banter. This is all fun and games for the people that watch the streams. If I really wanted to, I could put the name of Harry Kane in the title of every single stream, clickbait it. I could triple the views on every video that I do, but I don't. Right? Like it's not.
Yeah. Can we talk about
trying to have an agenda?
Can we talk about Højbjerg? Because I thought Højbjerg was brilliant today.
Thank you.
He was good. I thought he was good today. Yeah.
But no, he was so silky smooth with his passing. I mean, him and Skip run that midfield. They absolutely run that midfield.
Højbjerg was good. Skip
was better.
My man in my match.
Nah, Ben Davies for me.
Davies was good. Was good, but Skippy. Skippy is he can only go up. His this last couple of games, he's getting me excited. Oh yeah.
Who was actually given man of the match today? Then who was officially given man of the match?
Son.
Skippy.
Son. I want to say they gave it to Son, but
Did
I
Premier
think
League home
yeah.
results.
But mine personally was Skip, and I know you guys just came on. I thought Cess coming on the 22nd minute played good. He needed a good game. I thought Sessignon was good. He was on the attack, and like you said,
Yeah, so the Budweiser king of the match was Son Heung-min.
Davies has found a new freedom under Conte, and thought Dyer was solid. I mean, he's he's not perfect, but he does the job. Yeah, man, Skip was my man of the match.
So if we were to go through it again, like we did on Thursday, Skip's getting an 8.5 or a 9, and Davies is getting an 8.99. That's how close they were. But Skip deserves it. But going back to Højbjerg, mate, Højbjerg, do you know what? It just goes to show again when he went down, and when he stays down, there's a problem. When Pierre-Emile Højbjerg goes down, you're like, okay, there's a. And obviously, he looked like whether he got a kick in the nuts or he'd done something to his groin, we couldn't make another substitution. So he's back on. He's like, I'm not going down to 10 men. I'll fight. I'll fight. He's a great player. He's a great player. Everyone knows he's my favourite player, and I love him to bits. But if we can get an upgrade, we have to get an upgrade. But today it was a much better performance.
Just to put things into perspective, Davinson Sanchez has now scored the same amount of goals as Harry Kane this season.
So Spurs official on Twitter put a poll out for man of the match, and the 4 options were Lucas, Davinson Sanchez, Ben Davies, and Oliver Skip. So they didn't even think that Son was worthy of a place in the vote, which I think is a little bit.
What's the vote saying, Cody?
The Premier League gives out man of the match, not the
Oliver Skip, 54%.
Well, yes, I understand the Budweiser King of the Match is given out by the Premier League, but the official Tottenham Hotspur Twitter account has put out a different poll that has Oliver Skip leading it with 54.8% of the vote, but Son's not even an option, so it doesn't really make much sense.
Yeah.
I don't understand that, to be fair. Højbjerg wasn't even an option, and I don't think Davinson Sanchez was that good other than that goal that he scored.
Oh, come on. See, this is the thing now.
He was good today.
About Ben Davies.
No. I don't. Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase that. I don't think he was better than Højbjerg. I don't think he was better than Son.
So you look at what you got to look at right now when you talk about now. What we've all got to do is we've all got to be. If you're big enough to slate these players and say you're shit, or whatever we have been saying, and I'm part of that as well. You've got to be man enough to say, Joe, what these players have done well. And Davinson Sanchez, as I said last time, he's not aesthetically pleasing as a defender. He's not one of these silky defenders that just slide. Sometimes he makes mistakes, but his main aim is to help the team not concede a goal and to stop goals going in. He's like an old school defender where it's body on the line, get the ball clear, I don't care where it goes. If this was back in the day and in the 80s and early 90s, we'd be going, what a defender. But because it's all play from the back and do this and do that, he comes in for some slack. And in the last 2 games, yes, it's Brentford, yes, it's Norwich, and I think he played against. No, he didn't play against Leeds. He's come in, and if you'd say that in the last 2 games, Ben Davies and Davinson Sanchez have played in a 3 and both been superb, you'd be like, and we've kept clean sheets. You'd have been like, oh, shut the fuck up. There's no chance of that whatsoever. But they've done that. And Dyer today, I thought some of his passing was well wonky. Well wonky. But those 3 have kept 3 clean sheets. Sorry, between them, yeah. Because let's talk about the Everton games. Well, I know Romero was there, but in 4 games, there's 3 clean sheets, and we could not see that at all with Nuno and everything. And he's got these players that didn't even look like anything when Nuno was managing them, and within the whatever many time he's been there, he's done something with them, and you can see improvement. So he deserves a lot of credit, does Davinson.
Yeah. Where in the world do you see when Romero comes back that we see a back 3 of Sanchez, Romero, and Ben Davies, and Eric Dyer gets dropped? Do you think that's a possibility, or?
I mean, it could be. I would rather see like Tanganga, Romero, than Davies.
Tanganga was shocking today, man. Tanganga was absolutely shocking today.
Yeah. You saw
Offensively, I
ruthless-
didn't think defensively he was.
He's
horrible.
not. He's not a winger. He's not a winger. He's a defender. I don't understand
Yeah.
the concept of playing him at a right wing back when you had Matt Doherty available. Because I think when Doherty come on, he showed a couple of promising signs. Like there was his first chance. The first chance he created was that inside goal, the inside pass to Kane, and I think that it was fantastic vision from him. And then he had a shot on goal towards the very end.
Yeah.
Like that's what you want. That's what you want.
Do you know what we've got to do with Tanganga as well? I'm sick and tired. We just play him in a position where we need it being filled. We need to say, right, you're the right centre back of a back three, or you're a centre back, and every time you play, you're playing in this position. Not, oh, okay, we've got a problem at right back. Okay, you're moving out to right back, but we don't see you as a right back because it's not helping him, and it's not helping the team because he was getting done by that Williams guy.
You know what? Tanganga, we really missed an opportunity a year ago to send him out on loan. You know, there was a rumor there that it was going around that he wanted to go out so he could get some regular playing time.
Fenerbahce or something, wasn't it?
Well, no, that he was going to go to Fenerbahce in the summer, but in the wintertime, there was other rumors that were saying that he was going to go out on loan, and he never ended up really breaking into the first team at all. He didn't really get much of an opportunity, and let's face it, he's under.
But he did turn down a loan over the summer.
Yeah, no, but this is the thing. I think it was Galatasaray as opposed to Fenerbahce.
Turkey. Yeah.
But with that, the one thing, and you know that Tanganga has had his injury problems. Now, I've got one of my best mates back home is Turkish and a huge Fenerbahce and Spurs fan. And I watch a lot of Turkish football when I'm with him. And that league is brutal.
It is rough.
It is. And it is like, I mean, if you see when they get into like a heated derby, there are tackles flying in that are just like, holy shit. And Tanganga would have been ripped apart. And I'm not talking about, I don't think he would have lasted the season without picking up a huge injury.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Tanganga is a bowling ball. That's why he can't play that right back position. He doesn't have the greatest of self-control. And you saw that today. There was probably a couple of times where he should have been carded where he didn't end up getting it because
he's a right-sided centre back. He's not a right back. He's a right-sided centre back.
Williams worked him today, and that's why I love that Conte was ruthless. 60th minute, he said, "You got to go, and put Daughtry in." And Daughtry was good. I thought Daughtry played one of his. I agree with Josh. That I thought he played one of his best games.
All I'm going to say, right, is in terms of how Norwich played, there was one player on that team there. Jack Konecki doesn't swear much at all. But when he sat there, he went after Josh Sargent. He's fucking shit. He's shit. He's so fucking bad. You never see Jack swearing. But he went after Josh Sargent was fucking terrible.
Because he's American. You got to understand, Americans are harsh. Will tell you, we are harsh on other Americans. It's like when they mess up, and I'll be honest, we're a little bit harder. And the only reason why is because we overhype our plays. Pulisic scores a goal. He's the greatest since sliced bread. Like he's better than Donovan. And it's like slow our roll. Like we get too excited as a nation sometimes of our players. It's kind of like let's stay even keel. And so, I saw Josh, Sargent messed up on that easy gimme goal, and I'm just like, though he's the enemy, but it's just like I don't know, and maybe I'm explaining it right. Maybe Will could say, but we tend to be harsh on our players,
Josh.
and so that's why Jack, who rarely swears, will probably swear because he's American.
Josh, do you have Twitch at all?
I do have Twitch, yeah.
Okay, so you have to go and follow Flatcap Euro Talk on Twitch because David and Jack will stream. They'll play co-op FIFA. And if you haven't seen Jack Konecki swear, let me tell you, this is one of the most hilarious things you can watch because he is just so locked in and like the celebrations and the frustration and yelling at the ref and everything. Yeah. It's like a whole new side of Jack Konecki and it's hilarious.
Wait, yelling at the ref in a computer game?
Yeah. No, it's
That-
hilarious.
No, it's insane. It's insane. It's not a
You could
human
def- you
being.
could definitely tell. You
I
could
mean,
definitely
well,
tell.
we had an argument about McKinney because I was being harsh.
I was literally just about to say this. This is why I'm fearing if we do get McKennie and he doesn't perform well, the whole American Tottenham fan base is going to be toxic as fuck.
Yeah.
It's a possibility, but I don't even think Jack's a U.S. men's national team supporter. Like he's into European stuff.
Yeah, he
I don't
likes
think- I don't
Ireland.
even-
He likes Ireland, doesn't he?
Well, the good thing is,
Yeah.
I can't wait. It looks like for me and Cody, Canada are going to be at the World Cup.
They are. They've already qualified.
Is it guaranteed?
No,
we're
they
there?
haven't qualified.
No, that's
they
what I
haven't
thought.
qualified.
I
No, we
think
got a
if we beat
long ways to
America-
go. We got half
think if
the
we beat America-
Will,
They didn't beat
Will,
America.
you could have had said in one of the
They beat
previous live
Mexico.
things that Mexico, the US, and Canada have all qualified for the World Cup.
That's not this World Cup, not in Qatar.
No, that's for Qatar.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, they qualified because they're the
2026.
host. 2026, we're the host. We qualified.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. I literally woke up and come on the stream, so I'm
And
like,
I've said no matter what, wherever England are, I'm not going to try. If I can get tickets, I can get tickets. But wherever they are, I'm going to go be with the English fans during the World Cup. It's just got to be done.
how many English fans are in Canada? How many
John
English fans
says,
go to these?
John
Oh,
says
there's
Jack and David are horrible at FIFA.
There's
I
a
never
lot
said
of
they were good at FIFA. I said they were entertaining.
I don't play FIFA. I play Football Manager because it's more realistic.
there's a lot of fans here in Canada that will root for England, but to have Canada at the World Cup with England as well, it'd just be. I mean, obviously, I think it's been not since 1982, if I'm right, Cody, that Canada haven't been to the World Cup, and it would just be insane. Just be insane to see them there.
Yeah, it's been a while. But you know what? We've got some talented players, actually. I think we should be taking a serious... It depends. Like, if Vlahovic isn't going to be an option for Spurs, then they should be taking a hard, long look at Jonathan David from Lille, because he's on incredible form internationally, and he's also leading the French league in goals. And you're talking about a player who has 2 strong feet, and just quite frankly, Canadians don't do Spursy. We don't. We will work our asses off. You would never have to worry about Jonathan David's work ethic. The only thing that might taint it is the fact that he's been exposed to French football and he has a French background. But that kind of sounded a little bit xenophobic, but I didn't really mean it that way. But no, I think we should bring him in, especially if he comes at half the price of Vlahovic. That just affords us a little bit more resources to spend elsewhere.
Cody, there's another player. Is it Buchanan? I'll find his name. And he's the one. Do you remember when we beat? Look at me say we, because I am going for my citizenship right now, so I will be dual nationality. But when we beat Costa Rica 1-0, there was a guy that had the overhead. There was a guy that had the overhead kick, hit the crossbar, and I'm sure his name's Buchanan.
Tejan Buchanan, yeah,
he's shit hot.
He is, yeah.
Where's he currently?
He's at Brugge.
Mate, in a heartbeat, I would take him in a goddamn heartbeat.
Well,
so he's playing Belgium. He's playing Belgium.
In a heartbeat, I'll take him. This guy looks the real deal. I don't know how old he is, or let me have a look. What's his first name, Cody?
Tejan.
So Tajon.
Tejan.
Did I ever tell you guys that I've been to Canada maybe 10 or 12
years?
times?
No.
Say again? How many times?
About 12 times.
Well, why don't you make it a 13th and come watch a game with us?
I do need to. I have family in Montreal and Quebec.
Well,
I would only ever go to Canada if I was going to see ice hockey. So if I was going to see the Calgary Flames, if I was going to see
Canadians.
if I was going to see the Toronto Maple Leafs, if I was going to see the Montreal Canadiens.
Not me, Cody Island.
No, I've been
to
priority, but like football wouldn't be the reason I'm over there. If that makes sense.
Christ, Cody, look at him, put us in our place.
I'd like to see. You know how at ice hockey games, when they score a goal, they have like the train horn that goes. Brrr! Like I'd like to see that at Spurs Stadium. To be honest with you,
yeah.
Tottenham
No,
Hotspur.
you know who has the best? You know who has the best goal celebration? First of all, I've been to a defunct team. I've been to a Quebec Nordiques game up at Quebec when I was a little kid. Yeah, now they're the Colorado Avalanche. I'm a New York Islanders fan, but our rivals, the New York Rangers, have the best goal scoring song, which I'm surprised no soccer team has stolen or actually used it. When they score, they do the horn, and they have this rock song that sings. Everybody in the arena sings "Go, go," and it goes boom, 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 go. And I was just like, "Oh man, can you imagine that at a football game? Someone scores a goal and they got that thing cranking. Like it. I mean, it would be
So it's
perfect.
pretty much what we do when we sing Yido Yido.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's
Mate, they're saying,
go.
Cody, could this be right? I'm looking at this on transfermarket.us, and they're saying that Buchanan's transfer fee, $9.35 million.
Probably, yeah.
I would take that in an absolute second.
I would bet that David's probably not even that expensive. Maybe 20.
I would take this dude in a goddamn second. I didn't know he's actually from Ontario as well. Get in there, my man. Mate, we need to get this dude.
My favorite ice hockey player, since we're talking hockey, is Pat LaFontaine. If you guys know who he is.
Buffalo Sabres. I actually have a signed hockey stick and photograph of Pat LaFontaine.
Nice. Before that, he was a New York Islander. Yeah.
So
Pat
one of my-
LaFontaine, Alexander McGillney. That was the glory days of the Buffalo Sabres.
Oh, Dominic Hasek, the goalie.
So one of my mates has actually ice hockey memorabilia that just blows. So this guy that I know, I think Cody met them at the Man City game. His name's Bobby, and he knows two of the people that work for the Toronto Hockey Hall of Fame and everything, or the museum. And he has got so much Gretzky stuff. He's even got Gretzky's last shirt.
What
that
the
he wore
heck?
signed.
Wow.
He's got like
Jonathan
proper-
David was born in the United States. He's a U.S. citizen. He could play for the U.S. men's national team. What's he doing in Canada?
It was an accident.
He was born in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh yes, Brooklyn.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's Canadian.
No, he has American citizenship. If you're
but he
born in the
can't-
U.S.
Yeah, that
know,
I don't dispute. But
he
he's played for
might
Canada
be-
now. He can't.
He
defend.
might be.
You can you can make one change, one FIFA. You can make one FIFA change.
That explains it because he may have Haitian descent, Haitian French descent, like I am,
Mhm.
and you have a lot of Haitians that live in Canada, in Quebec, but they have a lot of family in Brooklyn, and Brooklyn or either New York or Boston, so it interchange.
Yeah, he's worth like 38 million right now. It's like in
Probably
British
going down.
pounds, it's like 30.
Just,
but I can't-
just go on.
I know. I just can't believe that this Buchanan on this site is only worth 9. This can't be right. Let me share the link with you on the private chat because this can't be right. There you go. I don't know if this is up to date because this guy, honestly, if people don't know him, and I know we're talking a Canadian player, so not a lot of people in the chat will actually
No, that's
know of him. But is that up to date? That is the right price? Because that's a steal.
Yeah, I mean that's
That is-
transfer market price, but yeah. I mean, he plays in MLS. That's a really high value for someone who plays in MLS.
Yeah, I mean, if you scroll down, you won't get him for that. On the January the 1st, he's got a pre-contractual agreement that he's joining Bruges in Belgium.
Yeah, so let's just do what we did with Romero. Take him on loan and then pay Bruges some more money because this guy is the real deal. And I didn't realise he was only as young as 22.
On a more interesting note, Canada next year in October may be doable. £350 for return flights.
Yeah, it's
from
not bad,
Toronto.
mate. It's the flights normally. I mean, with this COVID nonsense, it's been ridiculous. But generally, it's never been more than. I think the most I paid pre-COVID was 400.
Yeah, £305. I'm looking
With
at
what airline?
WestJet.
Oh yeah, they're Cody, have you flown WestJet?
Yep, they're good.
You think so? I've either flown British Airways, Air Canada, or Air Transat, and I love Air Transat.
It looks doable. That's flying into Toronto Pearson International.
Damn right. Come on
But,
over, mate. Hopefully, Rez is coming in September. We just wait. He's going to come, but he was going to book the tickets early. But I said, listen, wait till September or wait till June when the transfer fixture list comes out, because he said it will be 2 weeks in September. But I said, listen, just wait, because you could book it and then you could find out that we got Arsenal or something in the 2 weeks that you're not here. And Spurs Arsenal in the pub at the Scotland Yard is absolutely phenomenal. That's another date you've got to put in your diary.
Wow, that's pretty.
Cody, January the 16th.
It's pretty impressive. He has 20 games. He has 13 goals. 2 of them being Champions League. 11 out of the 17. He definitely has more goals than Messi in League One.
Mate, talking of that, did you see how Rennes absolutely battered who they played this weekend?
Yeah, they played Saint Etienne and they beat them 5-0.
And this I think they're second. In
They are second.
Yeah.
Rennes I think they're the favourites to win the Conference League now as well.
Yeah, no, I mean they're no joke. I mean it's not an easy home game, and I was saying that a couple months ago. I'm like, Rennes is a tough team. I mean they sold Camavinga to Real Madrid. Can you imagine if they had him still on the team?
Well, they were in the Champions League last year.
Yeah,
we're not going to beat them.
You reckon, Code?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to beat them.
I reckon we
Beat
drop
who?
out in the Conference League.
Yeah.
Rennes.
qualify. You think they're gonna play full strength, all their players?
No, I say
I
we
just
get
don't
rid
think-
of it.
I don't think we can put forth our best team, whether it's because of injury or because of rest. No, the thing is, if we can't scrape by Rennes with certain players, certain key players getting rest and certain bench players playing a key role, then we can't win the Europa Conference League. That's all there is to it.
Like I said, we're going to drop out, mate. I don't think we get anything more than a point. And if that's the case and Vitesse win, we get knocked out.
Do you think it's more embarrassing to go out in the group stage or just to not win the tournament?
I think it's embarrassing to be in it. Like it's a win-win. It's a lose-lose situation because we either get knocked out and have the shit ripped out of us, or we win it and have the shit ripped out of us.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
So
I don't think we would get banter if we won it. I don't.
Yes,
no, I
we
think-
would. Oh,
we would.
yes, we would. Come
We-
on.
A billion percent we would. But Cody, do you know what it is? That question you asked, I reckon if this had been Nuno, I don't think it matters either way if we'd gone out but now because it's Conte, it's much more embarrassing to go out of the first round at qualifying just because of who the manager is. I know he can't wave a magic wand and fix what was gone before, but I mean for banter wise, if we go out of this competition with Conte, the rival fans are just going to go ballistic. Oh, elite manager this, oh, elite manager that, and you can't even. It's going to open it up wide.
The only way would be if we played like a super weak team on Thursday, just to show that we do not give a shit. And I don't really, personally, I don't want to see us do that.
What you mean, like the one we played the previous week?
You get 16-year-old Alfie Dorrington who plays for the under-18s and put him as your captain and centre back. That's the one way to sort of like this is how much we give a shit. Scott M as well. You don't get Champions League from winning Conference League. You get Europa League. I reckon we've got better chance of gaining Champions League through the Premier League more than anything else at the moment.
Well, we can only get Champions League through the Premier League.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No.
The
In the
format's
future,
changing.
Yeah, don't forget it's becoming the Super League, right? So if you're in the top
Oh, stop that! When's that starting?
2024, 23.
That's the thing. That's how they've incentivized this Europa Conference League, is that it's right there. Like it's almost as much coefficient points to win the
As
Conference
Europa League, yeah.
as Europa League. Like
It's only like 6-point difference or something like that.
Yeah, it's
You get
huge.
36 for Europa League and 30 for the Conference League or something like that.
Oh dear.
Either way, I don't want to be in the Conference League. I'd rather us just focus on getting top 4.
Well, top four only focuses. If we go out this Conference League and we're not backed to the extent that Conte wants, and when I say that, I mean with certain players that he wants, forget the Champions League, full stop, and just go for the Europa
Yeah, no,
League
I
and win
agree.
a cup. Because it doesn't matter if we're in this cup or out this cup. If Conte doesn't get certain players that he wants for January, it ain't happening. It ain't happening because obviously Brighton away, we'll see. I mean, like I said, I think they've got a lot of players out. So knowing
they've
our
also
luck,
only
it'll
lost
probably
3 home
snow
games,
and we'll get it cancelled. But then we got Leicester and Liverpool. Then we'll
Brighton
see.
have only lost 3 games this season.
Yeah, but they haven't had 8 players out in one game, which is
True.
being rumoured now.
Yes. Scott says in 2024 they're having 2 spots based on coefficient points. If we win the Europa Conference League, we're basically guaranteed one of those 2 spots.
So there you go. There you go. But it'll be interesting to see the team that he plays. I think he's got to give Ben Davies a rest. I think he's got to give Sanchez a rest. I think Dyer is the one that can, I think, out of all of those, that can play a run of games, just because of his build, his physique, and he does seem to have a good engine on him. But I think we saw what happened last season. I know it's a different Davies to last season, but if you play him in a load of games, he gets burnt out, and we can't risk it. We simply cannot risk it with him right now.
The 3 games that they've lost, only one of those has been a home game. So they hold out for draws more than they do
Of
win.
course they do, mate. We have a terrible run at the Birmingham State at the Amex. We have an absolutely woeful record at the Amex.
That's why I'm hoping things change.
Cody, who would you rest for Thursday?
I don't know. It's really tough because if Regalon is unavailable because he picked up a knock today.
No, he's available. He's available.
He's available, but he shouldn't play. He should not play. He should not play 1 minute.
Well, he says in a social media post that
Yeah.
he'll only be a couple of days and not to take him out of FPL or whatever.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that he's going to be available. Sergio Regalon is not a doctor. And the thing is, Emerson not being on the bench at all today tells me that he's also hurt.
Apparently he's ill, Cody. Apparently the reason he didn't play is he came down with the virus, not COVID, but he's not well, as opposed to an injury.
Yeah. It's just the wing-back positions are so integral to the system that Conte is trying to play. It's hard to picture. I'm not going to say it's hard to picture how we win, because I feel like our role players have been really, really terrible in this competition so far, especially on the road. And this is why at the outset of the competition, it wasn't necessarily a bad result to take a draw in France against Rennes. The problem is we haven't backed it up with any kind of decent performances on the road at Vitesse and at Mora. So we've put ourselves in this position where we're, to be in a must-win situation on the last game of the group stage is pretty embarrassing. And of course, it's coming at a time where we're completely overloaded with matches the rest of the month. We've got West Ham in the cup, a quarterfinal there on the 22nd. It's whatever. I don't know what I would do. I mean, I want us to always be approaching every game like we can win it and like we can hang in there. But the squad depth is a real concern right now, and not only that, but some of the role players are starting to show signs of wear and tear. Højbjerg took a hit today. Kane, his face was really red a lot of the game today, despite not really performing that well. You can see he's trying. He's just kind of spinning his wheels a little bit. And even Son in the Brentford game went off, and he looked like he was clutching at his hamstring, the one that he hurt a couple of years ago. And man, it's a tough decision. I don't know if I would go full strength. I'll put it that way.
Well, Joe 27, who is a wicked supporter, has said about for Doherty, Roden, Tanganga, and so. Do you know what? I'd see it, but I think every game that Conte plays, he's going to play that back three, isn't he? I don't see him settling for a back four for a one-off game.
Not unless he's punting.
Yeah. You could see that. You could see that, but I think
if he just wants to play like an open freestyle, blow for blow boxing match with Rennes, maybe he would do it that way. But he seems to be, like most managers that we've had here in the last 2 years, Conte seems most focused on fitness and shoring up the defense and going from there. So,
Of course, Cesc can't play anyway. He's suspended.
yeah.
Yeah. Just more. Yeah.
You know what you got to look at as well is Rennes currently second in the league. It's how much of a weakened team do they bring?
Yeah.
That's what you got to look at as well, because obviously,
Well, they
They
don't need
will-
to win the game.
exactly,
There you
they do not need to win anything.
So maybe
So
that plays to our advantage.
Yeah, but I think they played a weakened team, and so did Zagreb, and so did whatever. And I don't know if that works enough. We're damned if we do, and we're damned if we don't. Basically, but I think they will be playing a weakened team for sure.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I really wish that we had some squad players that we could trust, because it seems like every time that they are given the opportunity, it slips through their fingers. I don't know whether they're just squeezing too hard, or because you can see some of the transformations that are going on in the first 11 right now in terms of Eric Dyer and Ben Davies, or even Davinson Sanchez, and some of these players who just have a little bit of pep in their step now. And I think the fitness has been a big thing for this squad in these last 3 games. I think the fitness has prevented mental mistakes. The fitness has kept the pressure on the opponent. The fitness has just been a general positive, and hopefully the players are buying what Conte is selling, because these players have shown the ability to submarine a manager's career in a very short period of time. And if they decide that Conte has pissed them off to the point where they're going to stop playing, then Conte will fail as well. So I just hope that he has inspiration on his side.
Yep.
Do you guys think right now, and you could tell by who he starts, that now that Conte is closer to a list of those, all right, these are my guys that I'm going to keep, even on the bench, he could be a squad player, and there are those, all right, they're out the door, because I'm thinking Tanguy is being one of them. I mean, he has not barely got any minutes, Premier League minutes. Delhi, I think, is closer to that. Gio, not as much, because I think he's injured and stuff. But there's a couple of players. He's like, okay, I could work with Davies. He's been playing Davies. A couple of players that, all right, I'm gonna play Sanchez, but there are those who, they're pretty much out the door.
Yeah. Listen, this game was begging for a player like Tanguy and Ndombele to come in and dictate and impose himself on the match. And the fact that he didn't get on over the likes of Steven Bergwijn is, I think it's a strong indicator that Ndombele's days at Tottenham are numbered now. He hasn't shown enough here in the first initial weeks. He's a player that we know Conte had been linked to in the past, a player that Conte had admired, and if he can't get a single minute against the worst team in the Premier League, what are we even doing here right now? Because he's just taking up space and he's taking up resources that could be allocated somewhere else. So, today was a strong indicator that he's on his way out of the club.
I think you're right. Just him and Delhi can't even get on the pitch. Thank God, the latter. But who knows? They'll probably make an appearance on Thursday, won't they?
Yeah, it might be the final nail in the coffin. I mean, Delhi is he's a difficult player to stomach at the moment,
Well, did you see his tweet yesterday, Cody?
His TikTok?
With him with that Iron Man mask and with his dog, and I was like, oh Jesus fucking Christ!
Players have a right to a personal life, and I don't challenge that.
I agree with you,
but
yeah.
At the same time, when you're putting that amount of effort into something that's not related to your success professionally, and you're under fire, it's just really it's been a very disappointing fall from grace, and it's come to a crash landing here. I mean, he's got red in his hair. If you how can you be so out of touch with what the fans would want? So to me, it's like between that and the TikTok and everything, does Delhi really give a shit about Tottenham Hotspur
Exactly.
anymore?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
There's a
He gives a shit about his profile and his online presence, and he's entitled to that. But yeah, I don't want to see him. I don't want to see his face anymore. And it's
The only thing Dele Alli cares about is Dele Alli.
Well, that's. I mean, first of all, I completely agree with Cody. Every single player, regardless whether they play for us or not, are entitled to a social life where they're not harassed and they're not whatever, and they're entitled to post whatever they want on their social media. But when you are playing so shockingly bad, so woefully, people are questioning your attitude, your temperament, your dedication, and they know that all you do is TikTok and game. To go ahead and do stupid things like that, it's just putting petrol on the fire. That's all you're doing.
yeah.
he's definitely like he's in a crash and burn phase of his career. I think he's crying out for help. I think he's crying out for change. I think there's we as an organization, Tottenham Hotspur deserve, they owe Dele Alli a solution to the problem, and that is a move away. And there's nothing in his actions that suggests that he doesn't believe that as well. So it's time to give Dele Alli what he wants, whether it's consciously or unconsciously he wants to leave Spurs. He says when a microphone is put in his face, he says all the right things, and you see various rumors about him wanting to resurrect or preserve or continue his career at Spurs, but actions speak louder than words, and that's what Dele Alli's been speaking with lately. So it's time for him to move on. It's probably about 12 months overdue if we're being kind.
I think one of the things, and I advise people to watch this documentary. It was actually done by ESPN, and I think it was called Broke. It was talk about how do these athletes make millions of dollars? How did they get to a point of broke? And one of the episodes they would talk about support system, right? If Dele Alli had a good support system, agent whatsoever stuff, they were like, okay, right now the fans are not happy with you. Right now you're not playing as much. And yes, you have every right to be individual. Yes, you have to go out to clubs, do whatever. But do you think it's wise publicly, because you're posting this publicly, to put that out there? It will be like someone who's in trouble in a court case for DUI, but post on Instagram, hey, I'm getting hammered at the bar. Like, you don't do that. Perception is everything. And I remember my dad telling me when I was young, when I tried to be all hip hop and try to sag my pants and kind of, do things. And my dad was just like, you really think you're going to get a job? Yeah, you have a right to dress that way, but the employer has a right not to hire you. And this culture is just like, well, I want to be individual, but there's also, you got to be smart about this. And so it's like, I'm not saying don't play your video games or whatever, but when you post a post, because I thought the other post was worse than this one, where he says, oh, I'm finally playing with, I guess, professionals. He has said something. I'm finally playing with some all-stars or whatsoever. I'm like, dude, seriously, you don't post a comment like that at a time where you're on the bench. At that time, I think Nuno was still the coach then. Like, I'm like, dude, you got to be smart about it. But, he doesn't, like I said, he doesn't have, smart people around him also to tell him, like, bro, if you're all about wanting to get back on this team, then you know what? I'm not saying not to have your fun, but you have to have a focused mindset. You have to, be determined. So, so when I see that from Dele Alli, I'm just like, someone within his camp is not helping him. He needs mentally. He's just, and it's like someone said. I think maybe it was Cody that says, when you gain that success so quickly and you're young, and you forget how you got to that point. And so it's You know, with him, it's just I'm just done with him.
Been done with him for a long time. Long time.
I'm in the same boat there. I've been bored of it. He's the 5th highest paid player at Tottenham, and he can't even perform. Like, come on, man.
I will never sing his song again.
I won't either.
Ever.
Not that I sang it in the first place. Anyway.
I don't care if he scores a hat trick every single game for the rest of the season. I will not sing his name.
Oh, you would sing his name if he did that, Brian.
No,
Daigle.
mate, trust me, I wouldn't.
You're just saying that because you know it's impossible.
Nope, mate. I put it this way. All right, even if let's just say he scored a hat trick to get us into the Champions League on the final game of the season, still won't sing his name because it's flash in the pan. It's bullshit. He turns it on when he wants. His attitude has stunk.
Well,
Here's
our problem with our fan base. And this is what I love Conte's in here. I want him to find his form so we can sell him. There are people that want him to find his form so he can stay. I'm like, no, I want him to find his form so we can sell him. Because there needs to be an expiration date with him, you know, and even if he gets his form back, it's done. It's over. He needs new pastures. He needs new green pastures. He needs to be somewhere else. And so if he finds his form somewhere somehow, sell him as quick as you can in the summer.
I don't care how much we get for him. I don't care.
You know,
Take whatever deal comes in, take it.
I do have a question for the panel, and if you have people in the audience too, and I may put a poll on Twitter later. How many of you guys think that Cody looks like Pookie with his current beard?
Well, I don't know what he looks like right now, so.
I've just seen him on We Are Tottenham TV a couple of times. I've seen him. It's an image I can't get out of my head right now.
Timu Pukki is a good-looking man.
I was watching that game today. I was like, man, that's freaking Cody.
Oh dear. That is actually not a bad shot. That's no. But Cody, what's your thoughts on that?
I think if I look like Timu Pukki, I'm doing pretty good.
then he's accepting it. He's accepting it.
Like that.
He is accepting it. My God. Cody, well, what have you said? I'm not gonna like mate. You know what? It's kind of one of those things right now. It's like I heard expressions once called Davinson Sanchez, Idris Elba, and ever since that, I can't get that look out of my head.
The actor.
I cannot. Once you see it, you can't get it out. You cannot get it out your head. So whenever I see him, that's why I call him Idris Sanchez, or the other way, Davinson Elba.
That's funny. But coming up now, though. So in this run of matches,
Fuck's sake.
That's Cody.
It's like an advent calendar of Cody.
That's a pretty good-looking man right there.
On the first day of Christmas.
Look at that.
Oh.
Look at the tongue. Look at the tongue.
Well, I know I said that that one picture, wow, you look like Bob Dole. You know, he actually passed away today.
Who?
Did Bob Dole pass away?
Yeah, age of 98.
Oh,
I didn't know he was still alive. And today I saw a blur.
What, like this? I look like Bob Dole?
Yeah, a younger Bob Dole, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he passed away today. 98
My beard,
years
since
old.
my beard's bigger now, it just keeps getting, because the filter has to cover the beard. So the bigger the beard gets, the
you
fatter
were
my
that
face.
chubby. I really
Wait a
did.
minute.
Like,
Wait a minute. Well,
you know what?
Have you shaved
you
it
go,
again,
girl.
or is that? Well, I'm just getting a bit confused now. Have you? I spoke to you today, and you had a full beard on. Have you shaved
Yeah.
it, or is that a filter?
I just went and shaved it.
I don't know if you're messing with me now. I know you went for a long time, but
Will has many
Right, okay.
chins. He is a man of many chins.
Okay, that was quite a good filter.
Texas Hold'em. Texas Hold'em poker.
I like this one though. This one's fun.
Texas Hold'em poker.
Now I'm a Disney character.
Yeah.
This is what was happening in the last hour of your show.
Yeah, Ratatouille or whatever.
You look like Postman Pat.
I don't know who that is. So.
You don't know who Postman Pat is?
No.
Postman Pat.
Did Postman Pat not make it over here?
No. No Postman
Okay.
Pat.
Oh my God! Why does Will look like something out of fucking Frozen? Jesus Christ!
What?
1 second.
He can,
Looks like
sing,
something
he
out
can
of
sing
Frozen.
like he stars in Frozen too.
Yeah. Yeah, I can. But we got fixtures coming up. And got to have another 6 points in the next 2 matches.
Brighton and Leicester, yeah, 100%.
Leicester's struggling. Brighton's losing half of their team.
Yeah, so there's like 8 people out or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Bet Graham Potter's fucking kicking himself now, isn't he?
For what?
Well, we had the opportunity to come to Spurs and turned it down.
Would you like to work for Daniel Levy?
Obviously, fucking not.
Exactly.
Let it go,
Why?
let it go.
Well, then why would Graham Potter want to work for Daniel Levy?
That's not what the point I was getting at. The point I was getting at was, Brighton is struggling for fucking players now. Graham Potter, that's your problem, pal.
Well, no, that is that. Well, I mean, Graham Potter. I mean, whether we would have wanted him or not, he would not have had the same sort of clout
As
as what
Conte, no,
Conte will
100%.
do to. No, I'm not even talking about bringing players in. I'm talking about what he'll give Daniel Levy. We all know Conte won't take shit, and Potter would be more, or wouldn't have a leg to stand on when it came to it. So yeah, I mean, I still rate Potter. I do. Brian Ireland convinced me.
I think he's too good for Brighton. I think he's way too good for Brighton.
I can see Everton going for him if they get rid of Benitez.
Oh, they will. They'll get rid of Benitez, man. He'll be gone by the new year.
As long as they beat the Gooners tomorrow, you know.
Oh yeah, mate. Mate, honestly, nothing much. I would love it. Where is it? We're at home, so it's a Goodison, isn't it? Or that stadium's going to be very toxic, especially if they go 1-0 down quickly. That could be his last game, I reckon. And I saw, mate,
there were fans leaving in the 19th
Yeah.
minute.
do you know what? I even saw a rumor today that apparently they've spoken to Mourinho.
Yeah, I
Who?
saw that too.
Arsenal?
Yeah.
Everton. No, Everton.
Oh, Everton.
Yeah.
Oh, don't do it to yourself. Jose Mourinho's finished.
Maybe 2 wrongs make a right.
Who knows?
No, he's finished. He's finished.
Everton.
Roma's
finished
had
too.
has a lot of bad players too.
Roma got pumped 6-1 in the Conference League by some fucking B grade.
Are they making it through?
I don't think so. Let me have a look.
It's a good question. Yeah. I saw the Roma Inter game. Inter looks really, really good. Because I was trying to watch Zaniolo, who is actually he has no goals this year.
Roma are
He's-
through.
He's had some injuries. You can see the talent there. It's just that he's going through a funk. But I wouldn't want Zaniolo because he always seems to get injured. Yes, Bryce, I did. I actually was watching the Roma Inter game. The one guy who's really good, but he's older. I've always thought he was good. Was Kagalunu, the Turkish player for Inter?
Kahanolu.
Yeah, Kalanolu. He's good. He'll be a solid veteran to be on our team. He's only 27. But whenever I see him play, he had a beautiful assist to what's his name? Dzeko, because he scored and he didn't celebrate because he used to play for Roma. But I was checking out Barella. He's good. So yeah. Zanola has had 3 ACL injuries, and that's why very talented, but like Dembele, like he gets injured so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Roma are through, but they could potentially go through as second, so they'd have to do the next round of playoffs, provided
So
that
we
both
could get them. Oh no, we get a Europa League team drop out.
Yeah.
Zagreb.
Oh mate, it's written in the stars, isn't it, Will? It's written in the fucking stars that should this happen, we get bloody Zagreb.
But I mean, if Reigns is smart, they'll knock us out now, so they don't have to face us again later.
Yeah, there is that.
Because they don't want to help us get through, right? 'Cause then there's a possibility that later on in the competition we could be better.
But they might want to rest players to go for the Champions League spots in France.
There's that as well.
Yeah, but there's a lot of season left in one game and losing in France. Because I think they're quite a few points up, aren't they? I know that like PSG is like 12 points clear, but
No, top 3 in France make Champions League, and I think Rennes have just gone into second place.
yeah.
Let's have a look. I'm going to get the French league up right now.
But if they can get any advantage, this is the time to be taking them, really.
Hopefully they rest players, but I mean, if they don't, then
Okay, so Ligue 1. They are 2 points clear of Marseille, who have a game in hand. Is where they are right now.
and when's our next fixture?
That I don't know.
With that being said, it's 4 in the morning. I'm going to go back to bed.
How is it 4 in the morning? Oh, it's 11. Yeah, you're right.
It's 4 in the morning. I'm tired. I'm going back to bed.
Yeah, why were you up in the first place?
Good night.
'Cause I woke up and I couldn't go back to sleep.
Well, there you go. That'll do it.
Take care, Josh. Thanks for coming on.
Oh,
Yeah.
Josh, how's winter, brother?
she's good. It's like she was never in hospital.
Good, good.
She's just bouncy as anything.
The kids are always more resilient than the parents.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out too. I got a parent-teacher conference tomorrow.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, students coming back from suspension for fighting, so it should be a fun meeting.
Oh, are you a teacher? Are you a teacher?
I'm a
Counselor?
guidance counselor.
Well, that's got to be live streamed, hasn't it?
Nah, I
Love Land,
can't.
school edition.
So
I
before you
can't.
go, Mara, give us some guidance and promote yourself.
Yes. You can find me on Mari, that Spurs episode, and I do a weekly show on Wednesday called Spurs Love Lounge. We go over the weekend's previous games. We give some love. We give a toast because we're on lounge to the 3 best players in the game, win, lose, or draw. And we have topics, and we even have banter, and really, really awesome show. And we have some of the guests who are on there, and so just check us out on Wednesdays at 10:30 your time in the UK and 5:30 here in the States.
Make sure you do that.
Please.
See you later.
Mari's definitely
brother.
got one of my favorite shows on a Wednesday night.
Yep, yeah, definitely check us out and hit the like, hit the subscribe. I don't get a lot of views, but people forget to hit subscribe and like, and so I think I'm about 2 away from 200. So we'd love to hit that magic number. So yeah.
Big up, Aglia.
All right.
Ellie.
I have to say, Ellie, do you mean you were at the protest today? And if so,
Yes, was.
message me and
Yeah.
let me know.
She said she
How it
was
was.
at the Enoch
Yeah, it says
Outpost with
post.
Phil Test yesterday.
Josh, tell us about the 24-hour stream, man.
Yeah, so 1st of January at 12 p.m. my time. So it'll be 7 a.m. for Canada. And I think it'll be roughly the same time for Will as well.
Yeah.
I almost said Canada.
It's good that we worked out that
Potato,
time difference,
potato.
Josh, after those,
Tomato,
made those voice
tomato.
messages I sent you.
Yeah, so 12 p.m. British time. I'm starting a 24-hour live stream for Cosmic are a charity that help children in intensive care and the families of those in intensive care as well. They support the families with counselling, they support them with accommodation and support, and they supply the hospitals with state of the art equipment, and also provide the doctors and nurses with high-end training, as well as doing research behind the scenes into illnesses and diseases that can affect a child early on in life, such as meningitis, tuberculosis, Kawasaki's disease, just to name a few. Goal is to raise £500 for the charity. We're currently sitting at £360, and the fundraiser's only been up a little under a week, and we're already 75% of the way there. So we're on target to smash the 500 and then some. There are going to be forfeits along the way as well. One of the forfeits being at £500. My girlfriend's going to do my makeup, so I have to wear makeup for the whole stream. At £1,000, my head gets shaved off, and at £2,000, my eyebrows come off as well. And then if we do get to £3,000, then the person that makes it 3,000, I will get their name tattooed on me. So just as an incentive, so if you want to permanently mark me with your name, be the person that makes it the £3,000. Lots of stuff's going to be happening. We're going to be playing Football Manager. We're going to have loads of talks. There's a quiz happening.
I hope it's Ellie. I hope it's Ellie that makes it the 3,000, because that's one long name you're getting tattooed on you.
Yeah, trust. No, yeah. So I mean, there's gonna be loads of stuff happening. So I mean, it's definitely worth coming along and having a watch. 24 hours is a tough task, so I'm going to need all the support I can get. And I know Brian said he's going to try and help me out with as much time as he possibly can.
I will be. Seeing that I don't sleep recently, you might have me for a long, long time.
I don't sleep either, mate. But I tend to struggle past the 12-hour mark. So plenty of coffee, plenty of water, and plenty of energy drink, and I should be okay.
You know what? If you need help, let me know.
Oh, I will do, man. I'm going to be calling in favors from across the board, man.
Happy to help.
Cheers, brother.
You can't sit on stream with no camera on, dude. You have to be on camera.
Oh, the beard will be back by then. The beard will be a length Cody will allow and deem.
Is that why he's hiding behind his?
Yeah, what length is it at right now?
It is.
He just came on camera to flip us off about 5 minutes ago. But his
He
cap was on.
did that. He did that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. You know what? That was Timu Pookie. You guys don't know what you're talking about.
There you go.
Can we get a glimpse of Cody Mack?
Yeah, you will. You will. Just be patient.
You will, just not now.
I'm catching up with Will. I'm closing the gap. He has a fairly large head start, but I will.
Cody, would you say it's my length, or you passed mine already?
Oh, you grow pretty fast, so no, it's it's around there. It's around.
I'm thinking about the three. Oh, well, I've already passed the 300 mark. The 400 pound mark. I'll get my legs waxed on the stream.
Oh,
Yeah,
Have you
Mine's
have
about-
you been waxed before?
That long.
I have. Yeah, I have, and it's not nice.
It is not nice.
The worst one is the back of the thigh. Oh,
Why
that's horrible.
I've
were
never-
you waxed before?
I've never waxed.
You
mine.
just
Oh,
wanted
the missus dared me. She bought wax strips because she was like waxing her legs and stuff. She's like, "Can I do one on you?" I was like, "Absolutely fucking not." Oh, I'll buy you your game that you want if you let me do it. All right, yeah, go.
There you go. Fair play.
It's all for charity. It's all for charity.
Alright, guys.
It's very worth it.
Good night,
See you
Mari.
later, Mari. I'm
See you
gonna be
on Wednesday.
yep.
I'm gonna retire as well, so I will see you all very soon. Stream tomorrow, 4:00 my time.
All
Over
right.
my channel.
So you doing the
All right.
manager?
Leave me
Yeah,
out.
is it the manager one or a normal?
No, I just did a normal stream. I'm gonna do a review of the game, just some talking
Okay.
point.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll speak to you all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Sounds good, my friend. Sounds good, my friend. Thanks for coming on. We always enjoy having you.
What do you think? So,
But I think we're gonna shut it down too, my mans. Make it an early night tonight. 2 hours,
Sure,
34
sure.
minutes.
Yeah, get to bed. 5:05 is a lot better than 2:30.
I've just been tired today. I don't know why.
Oh, mate, I feel your pain.
Just been tired today. But Mr. Codes, where do people find you now? Just on Twitter?
Yeah, they'll find me where they find me. You know.
Fuck you.
He's so cryptic.
I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. I'm a slag. I'm a Danny Kiriakou.
Danny Kiriakou. And then Mr. Brian, you have a channel, a show. Let me get Kane Tracker out of the way there. People can see your name. There you go.
That's real big of you.
So it's Tottenham on tour. We're currently on a huge surge to 1,000. We are 52. Let me do the fucking maths. 162 away from hitting 1,000, and we're on a big push for it. And the reason for that isn't because obviously at 1,000 you get super chats, you have subsidized, blah blah blah. It is kind of that, but the reason we're doing it is in January. Brian and I are doing another mental health show, but this one's going to be a step up from what we did on Tottenham away with May the 4th. We got Sean Wellborn from Toronto Spurs, who's in the mental health profession. We have a Facebook group that Brian and I are very active in, and one of their members is a CEO of a charity called Sport Against Suicide. Recently, she's been with Wayne Rooney and Derby, talking to the whole Derby team and like from youth upwards. So she's coming on. We're going to try and get more people. We might do it in shifts of 3. Like we had a set audience last time, but we might have more people come on because more people might want to talk. But the reason we're really pushing to 1,000 is if we do get to 1,000, every single super chat that we get on that live stream, we're donating to a Canadian and an English mental health organisation. So that is why we're trying to get there, so we can try and help people. Support something that I'm very, very, very passionate about, and is thankfully being spoken about. So hopefully we'll get to that 1,000. And if anyone who's in the chat right now hasn't subscribed to us, please go and subscribe to Tottenham on Tour.
Yep. Everybody head over to Tottenham on Tour, subscribe there. If you're in the chat, that means you're subscribed already. But if you're watching and you're not in the chat, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button on this channel. We'll be back with show Tuesday is probably our next show. If Mr. K is feeling well, he was a little ill this past week, so hopefully he's doing better. But we do have Talk to K Tuesday nights, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. UK time, and 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on that. And then we will be here Thursday night after the Reigns game for a post-match show on that. So check that. We may do a pre-match show too. It just depends. On my schedules, I've been pretty busy, and it's also my oldest son's birthday this week. So
congratulations. How old is he going to be?
14.
There we
Big
go.
up, Will Jr.
Yes. But 14 years old, man, he's got a little bit of an attitude, and but it'll be all right. Just wait, Cody. At least I don't have daughters.
Buddy, I am in deep trouble.
You're gonna be in deep trouble, and they're only 2 years apart too, so that's gonna be female hormones all over the place. It's gonna be great.
I'm coming to live with you, man.
That'll work. I got a guest room.
I'm coming to ATL.
Got a guest room. So
There you go.
this is very weird. It's Schafferhof. Hefeweizen.
If you say so.
It's a grapefruit beer.
What?
Yeah, I thought it was grapefruit, but it's not. I thought it was like a grapefruit beer, kind of like it was brewed with like grape peels, kind of like how they do like a Hefeweizen with orange peels. But it's not. It's literally like grapefruit juice mixed with beer, so it's a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a little. It's a little.
oh! Thank God I stopped drinking. That sounds repulsive.
And it's only like 2.5% alcohol too, so it's because it's half of its.
That sounds like repulsive. Well, why? Why would people do this?
I don't know. Imported from Germany. Ask the Germans. But I thought it was going to be like just like a, it was brewed with grapefruit. But It's not horrible. I'll be able to finish the 12 pack that I bought, but it's
You won't be repurchasing.
no, I definitely won't be repurchasing. I won't be purchasing it again. But folks at home, 3-0 win tonight. One last time, check the Harry Kane tracker to see where he's at. 14 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist. 9 left to score to, I don't know, if he only scores 10 goals today or this year, that'll be horrible. But anyway, folks, let's switch back over to here. Stay strong. Stay Spurs.
Levy out.
Levy out. And we'll see you next time.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go now.